Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Hot Tag Podcast, your weekly podcast for wrestling related everything, literally everything. We're going to talk about a shitload of stuff tonight, man. I mean, I don't know how we're going to do it. It's going to be a lot of stuff. We got Summerslam, we got Raw, we got TNA, we got news. We had AAA, actually, some Mexican wrestling. So, we got a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, we do. Give me 1 sec. My recorder just shut down. We do have a ton to talk about, though.
All right.
So we can definitely do that. It only shut down on one. We can keep we can keep going.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's talk about some news before we get into SummerSlam or anything else. Let's talk about AAA, man. AAA. Have you heard?
I have a couple of things with them going on there.
Well, Del Rio, he showed up, and yeah. He was a part of the main event, and Conan's heel faction, I guess, they attacked Del Rio. Yes, AAA, man, was in there, right? Sin Cara was in the main event, and yeah, Del Rio came to save him, I guess. And I'm really surprised he showed up because supposedly he's not supposed to make appearances for about a year. So I don't know if he's going to be in trouble or not, but definitely interesting.
Yeah, that's going to be really interesting. I don't know what's going to happen, but I mean, they got Del Rio there, and even Mysterio now is putting out little videos for AAA, and they're saying, "Watch out for that. That could turn into a bigger story."
Yeah, are you playing the feed in the back?
Trying to make sure both our voices are coming through. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just echoing on my part. Yeah, but Mysterio, he had a video package that apparently it's probably going to get him in trouble with the WWE. Supposedly, I guess the video package was only supposed to air to the live fans, but they aired half of it to the iPay-per-view people. So I don't know, man. I mean, they're really pushing the lines. I don't know if I want to get on WWE's bad side, especially when basically my career's in their hands still.
Yeah, I don't know if I would either. That's kind of crazy to even be trying at this point. I mean, look what they just did to Del Rio. They just locked him up for, I think, 10 more months.
Yeah, about a year.
About a year, locked him up in that, non-compete. So
he's not getting paid either. No royalties, nothing.
No, because they're talking about breach of contract. So I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, Del Rio's a different story, but I mean, Rey Mysterio, man. I mean, this dude, he got paid for literally probably years of being injured. I mean, I don't know. I don't think he should get on their bad side. I mean, Del Rio, I can somewhat understand because he had a bad experience with them. He claims that they're racist, which is what he actually said in the ring at the AAA Triple Mania show. Which, he basically called the whole WWE racist, and I don't know if they're going to try to make an angle out of that in AAA, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. But it's definitely interesting, man. It's something new, something different, and it's funny how they're both doing it at the same time, Mysterio and Del Rio, and they recently had Sin Cara, so.
Yeah, man. And Sin Cara's there now too, or Mizatiz.
He used to be Mystico. I don't know how you Mysticis.
I don't know. Mysticis or Mrs. Tiz or
Mrs. Tits.
Mrs. Tits. I like that. I like that. It's Mrs. Tits. That's right.
So,
I don't know, man.
I don't know. This is Tits.
I mean, it looks like that's starting to be one of the two places to go when you get out of WWE is going to be AAA, and I posted on the Facebook that there was a thing for they're all looking to go to New Japan now. Yeah,
well, I mean, AAA is really for the luchas. I mean, I don't think anybody that just gets released from WWE can just go to AAA. It's a whole different style.
Yeah, but one of the guys went down there and became like a huge thing down there. Marco Corleone. He was who was he in the WWE?
Yeah, it's not clicking to me. I'm not sure who it is.
Wasn't he Jindrak?
Mark Jindrak? I don't know.
Wasn't that him? I don't know.
I stopped watching WWE for a couple years, as I said last time. So it might have been during that era when I stopped watching wrestling. But I mean, other guys like the TNA guy that was up there. I I forgot his name, but he had that barbed wire match with Abyss in TNA. What's his name? He almost looks like a vampire.
Not Kevin Thorne, Vampiro.
No. Yeah, got his name.
Gangrel.
No. He was his manager was the guy from ECW. He was managing Mikey Whipwreck and Tajiri. The evil guy.
I know.
Blew off half his hand in ECW.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about, and I cannot think of his name for the life of me. Someone help us out here.
Yeah, the Satanist. I forgot his name, but that was his manager. I mean, AJ Styles. He's the guy that AJ Styles faced when he was in AAA for a match.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of it now, and I can't do it, so I'm not even going to keep going.
Yeah, I don't remember what his name was. Nor do I care. So
no, we don't need to worry about it that bad.
Speaking of Mrs. Tits, though, if imagine if Sin Cara came out with some implants. Oh, man.
That's funny. Hold on one sec here. Yeah,
maybe
Mrs. Tits.
It's like Cassandro. You know Cassandro? Him and Cara come out with implants.
There you go.
What a terrible would that be, huh? Implant Brothers.
They were basically doing it to Charlie Haas at one point. I mean, he was coming out dressed like women for a while. Damien Sandow, keep an eye out for it, my man.
So was Saturn. I mean, Saturn was dressing like a lady for a while. Wasn't it in WCW?
Yeah.
I think it was in WCW. Yeah.
Wasn't that in WWE with Moppy and everything, though?
I think he did it in WCW as well. I mean, I remember in Halloween Havoc, like '98, he had a match against Chris Jericho, and he was dressed in like latex and like a dress. I don't know. Maybe he's always had a fascination with dressing as a woman. I don't know. Not quite sure. I've heard some weird stuff about Saturn, though. It wouldn't surprise me. Him and Reeves have some crazy stories. So
Saturn has told some crazy stuff about Saturn.
Yeah.
What he remembers.
A lot of dildos involved.
Yes, one you strap on to your head.
Yeah, I don't get those guys, man. I don't really understand, but
let's move on from that.
Something that caught my eye. Did you see Marty Jannetty's Twitter account? Have you seen it in the last couple of days?
Nope.
He sent out a tweet, which was really in poor taste. I mean, this guy is always saying some really just off the wall stuff. I'm not sure where this is coming from, but he said if NWO does not show up tonight on Raw, I'm gonna follow Robin Williams' lead and commit suicide. Not really sure why he would say that.
Because he's a dumbass. Why does he post some of the dumbest things in the world on Twitter and Facebook?
Yeah, if anybody's friends with him on Facebook,
I am.
Yeah, that's my ritual. Every morning after I walk my dogs, when I go to use the restroom, I automatically just go to Marty Jannetty's Facebook just to look at the craziest shit that this guy puts up. I mean, this guy, he still thinks he's 21.
I don't care about that. That's not a problem. But he was talking on Facebook about doing threesomes with the lady he's dating's daughter and found out it was actually his daughter.
Yeah, I called in your head when that happened, and yeah, it's weird, man. It's weird. The guy I think he's lost his mind.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but that kind of story probably should be talked about not on Facebook.
Yeah.
Just a guess. I wouldn't do it personally.
Yeah, maybe just not do it at all. We don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we don't promote incest. It's not. Marty Jannetty, stop it. You're a sick man.
Certain people.
The wheelchair story, it started from that, and then it went to his daughter, and now just poor taste and humor.
Man, I might have to start going to his site more. His Facebook page.
Yeah, he's a wild man.
That's funny. Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. What do you think about WWE dropping the whole nation gimmick?
I'm not. I mean, I was in. I don't know why they couldn't at least give it a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't bad, and
I mean, it's much better than what they're doing now, which is nothing. You know?
yeah. I mean, all three of those guys are doing nothing. We're doing nothing, and are probably gonna be doing not much in the long run. So, I don't know. I mean, Big E, I think they should just let him be a comedy guy, because if you do follow him anywhere, he is a funny guy.
Yeah.
Let him. Kofi, I honestly really liked Kofi when he was going against like Orton. Kofi could probably be a good heel.
Did you hear the story about Orton and Kofi? About his whole deep push? I guess.
Oh.
Was it at a Royal Rumble? I wasn't watching wrestling when this happened, so I can't recall. But I think it was at a Royal Rumble when they had a match, and I guess Kofi really botched one of the spots. And I think it was actually the RKO. He wouldn't take it, or something happened. And Orton, he just got really pissed, and he just started slamming his fist on the canvas and screaming, just stupid. I think he was just calling him like a stupid motherfucker, and all this stuff. And right after that, the guy just got de-pushed, and he's just been going down ever since then. So I don't know if rumors has it he has something to do with it. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Orton, he's liked by the higher power, and Kofi on the other hand, I don't really think they care for him. So.
Yeah, I think the next. I mean, I don't know much longer his contract is, but he could be the next one to, be in that cut. Who knows?
Yeah, him, Xavier Woods. That's another guy. I don't see them keeping him.
Yeah, let me put it this way: if I was any of those three guys, I wouldn't go slapping a social media employee.
Most definitely. They're walking on eggshells right now, so
yeah, and I think there's a few guys that might want to take that advice to not slap another employee. Probably a few.
I respect Del Rio for doing what he did, because I mean, it's not like he just came off the bat and just smacked the guy. He gave him an opportunity to apologize, and the guy he was just really being a dick. So, Yeah, it was a pretty racist comment. I mean.
Oh, you didn't clean your plate. Oh, that's Del Rio's job. That's fucked up, man. That's messed up. I'd slap somebody for saying it too. I'm right with him. I hate to say.
Yeah, absolutely. But we definitely don't condone violence. But yeah, man, I respect what he did. The guy. In a corporate setting, definitely in a corporate setting, racism like that should not be tolerated. It's just bad ethics.
Right. Yeah, we do not condone violence.
Yeah, don't go smacking everybody you see. But
much. Not,
unless they say some crazy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, anything done in moderation is okay. So, Yeah. Just judge people. Stop and judge.
Yeah. But yes, speaking of them, and speaking of, Big E, he's got a lot of tweets poking fun at the whole gimmick just being completely dropped. And he revealed that Wale, the rapper, he was making their theme song, and I guess I didn't read it, but I guess he tweeted out that it's not happening. So they completely dropped it, and I guess with this whole Ferguson thing going on in Missouri, it's definitely not happening now.
But it's okay to do the Russia versus U.S. thing.
Hey man, they're not touching that subject right now, because Russia is not in America. If they do the whole, I don't know. I can't see them, doing the whole Ferguson thing as a gimmick and using that, incorporating that into the whole nation gimmick. That just, I don't know.
No, I really wish they had kept it up, because I was interested to at least see where is it going to go.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, they don't even have to do it as a black faction. They can put. Remember, Owen Hart was a part of Nation. Crush, he was another white guy.
Yeah.
Hawaiian, whatever. But yeah, I mean, they can put somebody else in there and basically just make it look like that it's a bunch of guys that are just tired of being mistreated and not given the proper opportunity to really capitalize on and reach their potential. And I think it could work, man. I mean, it's better than what they're doing with them now, essentially, which is nothing. So, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, they send Kofi out there every now and then for a match. Xavier Woods has done nothing, and when he's out there, all they do is talk about how smart he is and his PhD and, this and that. It really was the perfect gimmick for him to do. Yeah. So, I mean, they found something for all three guys to do, but maybe they dropped it because they got nobody except one team to feud with. And it looks like Bray Wyatt's not with the other two very much anymore. I mean, if you see, they're going to the ring themselves. Bray's coming up by himself. They're together, but they're not together. Yeah,
I actually did not notice that, but now that you said it, yeah, definitely. But I hate their theme song, man. They need that little kid, the whole world. And no, man, it's not. Come on, dude. This guy looks like Bruiser fucking Brody. You got him coming out to this? Are you serious?
Yeah, they really could do something a little better.
I mean, Luke Harper is not Gene Snitsky, man. Don't mess this guy up, I don't know, man. This guy, he can do some crazy stuff, man. I mean, this guy, they don't let him do it much, but man, he can damn near wrestle like fucking Seth Rollins. He can almost do the same moves at his weight and height. It's unbelievable. But
yeah, they're not going to let him do any of that until he's at least a baby face or something. But yeah, he's not going to be doing any of that crap.
Yeah, of course, John Cena's on Twitter talking about never give up. You have to be defeated to really appreciate victory. All this bullshit. This guy, hashtag never give up, aka I'll be back next week to bore the hell out of all of you and not let you enjoy this moment of freedom in wrestling. And I am so happy right now with wrestling, man. My God. Thank you, WWE. Thank you, Vince McMahon.
Hashtag blow me.
Vince McMahon.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's just...
This guy's already coming. Yeah, I don't want to see this guy back next week, dude. They should sell the injury. They should have this guy out for right before maybe Night of Champions come out. But
yeah, that would be a good thing.
Or maybe just don't come out for the next 6 months. That would be much better.
Yeah. Any time off, 3 months. Wasn't enough, but it was at least a break. Yeah. But they still had him on every week on some sort of thing or doing a thing on his rehab. And, I mean, they still kept him in your mind, which, whatever, that's fine. A video thing, I can go take a piss. So, whatever. But, don't shove him down my throat every goddamn week. But they do.
Yeah.
They do.
Not this week, though. Not this week, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Lovely. Amazing.
It was. Definitely was.
Loved it. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose in the main event, man. That's what we get when John Cena is not on television. That is awesome.
Yeah. Those two guys are having some kick-ass matches, man.
Yeah, we'll get into all that in detail, but
yeah.
I have a idea that may sound stupid, but if you think about it, man, this could be interesting. I don't know if I'm almost 100% positive they're not going this direction, but it definitely would be something refreshing and new. Cena was hinting at becoming a heel and turning last Raw. I believe. Was it last Raw? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if WWE was ever going to turn this guy, this is the time now. You know why I say this?
Probably.
All right. Well, WWE has a total divas thing going on. So, of course, everybody knows that Nikki is involved with John Cena. If John Cena is going to be the, vanilla, smiling, face of the WWE, they're not going to have his real-life girlfriend be a heel and essentially be part of the Authority. It seems like almost. I see that happening. So if there was a time, I think right now is a good time, and also because, hey man, if they turn him heel, I think it would get a lot of attention. I think maybe some fans that stop watching maybe would gain some more interest, thus meaning that they're going to get more subscriptions. And they can't really lose. I mean, there's no pay-per-views. It's only merchandise, and merchandise. I mean, look what happened with the NWO. If Hulk Hogan never turned, we would have never known. You never know. If they turn John Cena, he might sell more merchandise. You don't know that. Times right now are different. Look at Batman.
Yeah.
The heroes are almost villains. No one's buying these corny gimmicks of, like Miz's old gimmick when he was a baby face, and John Cena's current gimmick. I mean, it's old, man. I think they should turn him. I think this is the time right now. I think he's been around for almost 10 years doing the same shit, man. I mean, it's had its course. And his real life girlfriend is a heel right now, almost joining the Authority. Imagine if John Cena either joined the Authority with her, something like that, or I'm gonna let you go ahead and say your piece before I give you this other half of my idea.
Well, no, I'm basically they should turn him, and it looks like, I mean, after SummerSlam, the crowd apparently booed the living shit out of him. It says while he was being assisted backstage by the arena personnel, the crowd serenaded him with na 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 na, hey hey hey, goodbye. Yes. Amidst the chorus of boos, there were also chants of thank you Lesnar as Cena stumbled up the ramp. When are they gonna open their eyes?
Now is the time, man.
Exactly. So to say I don't agree with you, I'd be lying, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, dude, that's. I mean, there is so many reasons they should turn him.
Not even that they should. It's just the time is right now is a good time because it makes sense. I mean, you've had this guy get beat. I mean, he got squashed, dude. He didn't just get beat. He barely got any offense on him, and we've never seen this before. So I'm thinking this has to mean something because he's going to face Brock again at the Night of Champions, and of course he's going to lose again. So I can see him kind of just exploding, maybe because of jealousy. Maybe he's just frustrated because he puts in all this work and he shows up extra early and he's the last one to leave and people still hate him. It's the perfect reason to become a heel. It makes sense. It would be perfect. I'm telling you, man. It would be awesome. But
I agree, man.
Yeah, but my main idea is this: the guy behind the man that beat him like no one has ever beat this guy before is Paul Heyman. What if John Cena comes out as the next Paul Heyman guy?
Heyman said that last night, which made me kind of go,
what I'm saying.
What?
Man. Yeah, I can see it.
That could be cool.
That would be really cool. See, I hate John Cena. That would be something new.
That'd be interesting. I mean, I don't know, man. I'd definitely be interested in seeing where that would go. But I don't know, man. I just think WWE thinks they have so much invested in this guy that they just do not want to do anything with him. Just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Cena is not broke. Pay no attention to those boos from the crowd. It's the Wizard. It's the Wizard. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Cena, he sells merchandise. They have more to worry about right now with the network. So this is the time to take risks and take chances and do something new. I mean, I really think this might be the time. I know every 6 months they kind of tease it and they never, let it happen. But I think with Nikki turning right now, with Paul Heyman kind of teasing at, wanting to be his advocate or manager or whatever, and Cena's, kind of hinting at he's going to turn heel, and him getting demolished by Brock Lesnar, not just defeated. I mean, he completely just shit on this guy. So I don't know, man. I can't see him ever coming out again and saying, never give up. I rise above hate when I got my ass whooped twice in a row. Barely got any offense. So this is the time, man. I hope they make it happen. I think it would be a success.
Yeah, I think it would. It's needed to be done. Will WWE do it? I really doubt it. Although, you did say one thing in there that caught my attention was subscriptions to the WWE Network. That might be a push in subscriptions right there, man, and God, do they need it.
It would be.
I think it would be. Who wouldn't want to start watching stuff? What would they tune into the network for to watch Cena turn heel right now?
Because it's the guy that they hated is doing the exact opposite of what they hated him for. So,
yeah, it's worth it for the pay-per-views still, and they probably would want to watch more pay-per-views if maybe they would. I don't know. I just think that with the internet and everything's so easy to get for free, I'm just not sure this network is the best. I mean, you can go on torrent sites and get everything on the network the next day. Unfortunately, it sucks, but I mean,
yeah, but who wants to do that, man? Who wants to do that?
You'd be surprised.
Well,
I mean, I've got the network. I don't have to do that, and I'm glad I got the network because I got the pay-per-view for $9.99 the other night.
I was gonna plug that right after you. $9.99. I was about to go for it. Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah, I mean, just, and like I've said before, I don't really watch much but the pay-per-views, but it's worth it just for $9.99 pay-per-views.
Definitely. Like Ambrose said, man, you're going to get your money's worth for $9.99 every match.
Yeah, and that SummerSlam was worth way more than $9.99 in my opinion, so.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. We're going to get to that in 1 second. One more thing I want to mention is Sting had an interview where he said he actually met with Vince recently, a couple weeks ago. So I guess he's gonna. I mean, I know he's gonna have a match, but I guess I don't know. I'd like to see him face Triple H. And in this interview, he said that he's really high on Bray Wyatt. So I can. That would be interesting, man. Sting versus Bray Wyatt. Bring in the Dark Sting. Build him up. Don't bring him in. Smiling and screaming. Woo! None of that stuff. Bring back the Crow gimmick. Actually, make him the Crow again. Make him creepy. Have him show up in the, at the top of the, the top of the building or wherever.
I don't know about that anymore.
Yeah, top of the Titantron, whatever.
In a skybox is fine.
Come on top of a crow. Build a crow and have him come in. That would be some stupid shit WCW would have tried to do in like '93 when they brought in RoboCop.
Give him wings and let him fly down like a crow.
Right. But yeah.
Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Man, that's something WCW would have done, unfortunately. But
WWE wouldn't have been. I wouldn't put it past them to try something like that either.
You do it, man. The Goobly Gobber, whatever the fuck his name was, and
Gobbledygooker,
whatever, man. The Red Rooster. Oh, we can go on for hours with that stuff, but.
Oh yeah, we could. Well, maybe one day when there's not much to talk about, we will.
Sting, he wants to get in the ring with Bray. Apparently, I can either see that or Triple H. So I'm excited for either one, man. I'm guessing it's going to be a WrestleMania 31. I can't see.
I'm down for it. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I mean, just to see Sting in a WWE ring once or twice is all I need. And if it's Bray, I'm good with it. If it's Taker, I'm good with it. Even if it's Cena, I'm still good with it. But whatever, I would like to see him just do something in the ring, get out there and he's one of the few icons in this business that hasn't set foot in that ring before. So
yeah, absolutely.
Well, he probably has with no one there, but
Yeah, another something funny I saw in this something. Well, I should say I read in this interview since it wasn't a visual, but yeah, he said he hasn't watched wrestling since he started wrestling. So he claims he hasn't watched wrestling in about 30 years on television, and he's been recently catching up on the WWE product. And I call complete bullshit on this, man. I don't believe this 1 second, but man, if this is true, he's in for a surprise, man. He's gonna have a great time watching, Adam Rose suck on lollipops and consume hot dogs in different forms and fashions, and just all this. Oh man, I mean, thank God. Recently, hey, SummerSlam and Raw were great, so I'm not complaining. But hey, man, I'm talking about the last couple weeks. Adam Rose, stuff like that. Not interested.
Yeah. It looks like they're giving up on that Adam Rose, and I'm kind of happy they do. But I know a lot of people liked it, but I didn't, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to go into the reasons why I don't like it. There's too many.
They've tagged him up with Sami Zayn on NXT, which is as you can see, I'm shaking my head right now. I mean, come on, man. Sami Zayn, this guy is awesome. Why would you put him with this guy? I mean, if you're going to put him in a tag team, if anything, debut Kevin Steen and have him with Sami Zayn and have them go against the Ascension and win the titles, and then have the Ascension debut on Raw or one of these pay-per-views, because they sure as hell need it, man. There's about 4 teams on the whole roster. Ryback,
yeah.
Usos, the Dust Brothers, and the Wyatts. That's about it.
Yeah, the Dust Brothers.
Hey, man.
Every time I hear it, I think of the band, the Dust Brothers. So,
yeah,
that's just how I think. But yeah, I mean, there's not that many. So, but yeah, the Ascension is one team I'd love to see up there, man.
Yeah, bring him in.
Yeah, nice dark characters. WWE could use that right now, and they need heels.
Yeah, definitely.
Think about it. I mean, who do they have that's a true heel? Stephanie?
Yeah.
Paul Heyman? Brock Lesnar?
I mean, Brock's not even really like a heel anymore. I mean, he's more over than half the roster. I mean, not half the roster, pretty much the whole roster. I mean,
pretty much, and Heyman is way over. I mean, Heyman is just in a different league than the rest of the roster, in my opinion. But
yeah,
I mean, God, that fucking promo. We'll get into that in a few minutes. But yeah. I mean, they need some. They definitely need some teams, and they could definitely use some heel teams, because do they have any heel teams besides Rowan and Harper?
Ryback.
He was super over last night in his hometown.
Yeah, that was awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, the guy was in his hometown, super over. You got to give him some credit. They were chanting and loving him. So, hey, and I wouldn't call him a heel, really.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're designed to be a heel tag team, is what I mean. If you want to think about it like that, I mean, half the heels aren't really heels, because they're over. I mean, heels are more over than the baby faces nowadays, so it's complete opposite.
Yeah. Everyone blames Stone Cold for that.
Hey, it's time, man. Gotta evolution, pretty much.
Yeah.
Adapt.
Yeah. Just how it goes, man. But I don't know.
So, you want to go?
I don't know.
SummerSlam. I think that's about all the news that I've heard. WWE.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Well, on the pre-show, we had Cesaro and Rob Van Dam, which I thought was a really good match. I mean, compared to their first match, which was, just the shits. I mean, the drizzling shits, man. I mean, the first match was terrible. They had no chemistry. They botched every single move. But since then, they've had a couple matches together, and they've been meshing pretty well. And this was probably the best of the series. I thought it was a really good match. Probably should have been on the card.
Probably should have been. This was a better match than they've been having, and they've got, like I think you just said, no chemistry at all. But definitely they stepped it up here, and I loved it. I thought it was a good match. I didn't even get to see the whole match, which I regret, but
yeah,
what I saw was pretty damn good.
Yeah, and of course Cesaro took the loss, which doesn't make sense to me, since Rob Van Dam should be really just putting over guys. I mean, I understand giving him a win once in a while, but I mean, Cesaro, man, this guy's been on a losing streak. But But I guess we'll get into Raw later and talk about Cesaro again. But yeah, as far as this match, Rob Van Dam won, and yeah, it was a really good match.
Yeah, looked like RVD kind of looked like his old self for a little while there, kind of putting some. Looked like he gave a shit for a minute.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he feels
boy Rob.
He feels it sometimes.
Sometimes, and when he wants to kick ass, he does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, next we got The Miz, and he came out in some new outfit, which I'm not really sure how to describe this.
I do.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
He was Miz 1 Kenobi.
There you go. Please enlighten all of us. Yeah, that was a horrible, horrible outfit, man. Guy looks like he's trying to look like a Greek god / like a Hollywood, superstar. I don't know. Anyway, Miz against Ziggler. What did you think?
These two always have good matches, I think. To be honest, Ziggler is awesome. Miz might not be the best in the ring, but he's not horrible. I mean, the guy has been around long enough to definitely know how to click. So I liked it. I thought it was a good match. I don't know. I mean, Ziggler is always awesome to me, but I mean, a lot of people, he oversells.
No,
shut up.
It looks good, man. Let him sell. That's what he's good at. I mean,
that's what they're supposed to be doing, is selling the hurt, the pain, and yeah, he does it. I mean, yeah, it might look a little over exaggerated, but at least he's not no selling out there like fucking Cena.
Yeah, I mean, Rob Van Dam used to do that. I mean, it's ladies and gentlemen, it's pro wrestling. That's what it is. You sell. That's what you're supposed to do. You sell.
Yeah. Everybody now wants to just, it's one of JR's pet peeves. They all just want to protect their gimmick and get out there and do some shit.
JR do that. He's a grumpy old man, and he's just.
I know, but his podcast is like comedy to me. It's like the Alex Jones show. Comedy.
Yeah, as far as this match though, I thought it was a really good match. They had good chemistry as always, as you mentioned, and there was an awesome super kick in this match. Did you see that super kick? I mean, I know he slapped his leg, but the timing was perfect. It looked like he really connected. So that super kick, man, that was. Hey, I marked for that one, man. That was a really nice super kick, and I think he can use that as probably his finishing move. He's doing it a whole lot more often. So
yeah, it looked good.
Absolutely.
It looked good, definitely. But it was. It those two just probably couldn't have a bad match together.
Yeah, and I guess we're forgetting the most important part, and that is the fact that he won, and he is your new WWE Intercontinental Champion, which I'm excited about, man. This is awesome. I mean, good stuff.
Yeah, at least he's got something. I mean, for now, let's hope this is the beginning to a good push for him. But I don't know, man. They've done this to him a few times, and I hope the guy doesn't fucking break a nail or something, because they'll never push him again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. I mean, if he stubs his fucking toe, they're not going to push him again, to be honest.
Dude, I got worried on Raw when he pretended like he got hurt. I was like, oh my god. At the first second, I was like, man, if this is real, he's never getting pushed again. I mean, every time he gets a title, he gets hurt. Not happening. But I'm guessing it was part of the gimmick, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's what he's good at, is making you think that he's really hurt. That's called selling. So,
exactly.
I mean, he's great at it. Seth Rollins, I must admit, fucking awesome at it too, man.
They both perfected the perfected the craft of selling. I mean, that's what they're good at, man. That's what they're known for.
There you go. I'm going to agree.
Next, we got Paige against AJ Lee for the WWE Women's title.
I love when Paige crawls on top of, or AJ crawls on top of Paige. What else do you want me to say about this?
Hey, man. I'm usually not very excited about women's matches because they're not particularly good. Not to be sexist or anything, but yeah, they're not really good. And this was pretty good. I mean, it only got about 5 minutes or something like that. It wasn't very long, but I thought it was good. And I think AJ and Paige, they both have the little things that they do that adds to it. From like just her kissing her at the end when she was knocked out or whatever, little stuff like that. Her biting her finger. Just little stuff like that adds to the match, which is just old school stuff. You don't see that much.
No,
I thought it was good.
Yeah, it was a decent match. I mean, for a Divas match, you can only hope for the best. So, I didn't think it was bad at all. There's not really much to say about it. It was a usual kind of Divas match, and Paige defeats AJ to get the WWE Divas Championship.
Yeah. I think she's also becoming more comfortable in her role, and
she's
especially
definitely
as a heel, she's good. She's a good heel.
Definitely looks more comfortable being a heel than she was trying to kiss ass. She definitely looks like she's more comfortable in this role.
Yeah.
So that might be a hindrance to her, though, that she can't do the babyface because they like people that can do both. So
yeah. Well, AJ,
I don't know.
AJ's lucky that Paige wasn't around when CM Punk was around, because I can see CM Punk kind of going after Paige instead of AJ. It just seems like she's his type, I don't know.
Probably more his type, but I don't know, man. I don't know. AJ is so...
He's probably banging both of them.
Oof, AJ, goddamn. Anyway, I guess we should go to the next match.
Yeah. What was next?
This next match had me confused, man.
Oh man,
this Rusev Swagger flag, quote unquote, I'm air quoting here, flag match was anything from a flag match I've ever seen.
I got 2 words for you. You know what they
Go
are?
for it. What?
So.
Oh man. He would have booked it. No, he would have had those flags on a pole. Maybe they couldn't afford. Maybe the budget cuts are. They can't afford big poles or something. But this was just a regular match. The guy gets to fly the flag at the end of the match. Fucking go up on the ramp and fly the flag, you motherfucker.
Yeah, I thought it was stupid, man. I mean, like I told you before the show, I believe on Facebook, I messaged you and I told you. I think last minute they changed a lot of stuff on the card just because it was so predictable. I mean, let's look at the card. I mean, everybody predicted pretty much that AJ was going to go over because it wouldn't make sense if Paige won because they just gave her the title back. So why would they take her right off? So I'm guessing they changed that unless the rumors are true and AJ's leaving again, which I don't see that happening because it wouldn't make sense to come back for about a month and leave. So.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, I think they changed that. I think the Ziggler and Miz, I think they changed that because it would have made sense for the Miz to keep the title since he got the movie coming out like we were talking about last week. I think a lot of stuff they changed, man. I think the Rusev and Swagger, I think they changed that also because it just makes sense for Swagger to go over and, wave the American flag at SummerSlam. Why would you have the Russian flag? I mean...
Yeah, and as soon as I saw that it wasn't a traditional flag match, go get the flag, I knew Swagger wasn't going to win, but I did like the entrance that Swagger had with the servicemen coming out. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that. That was nice.
Something different for the big shows.
Yeah, it's always a better thing.
Now, this had the oddest ending. It just had Jack Swagger just essentially passing out. I mean, are you trying to elevate this guy, or it's weird? I mean, I get that they're not trying to have this guy give up, and they're just like similar to what they did with Austin and Bret Hart. Austin didn't want to technically give up; he passed out. But this I don't know. It didn't really sit well with me. It was weird, man. I don't. It was a weird match in general.
Yeah, and they, but I mean, if you heard, what's his name, Cole was, he was too tough to tap out. He would rather pass out, and I guess they're trying to build him up a little bit like that. But I don't know. I thought it was a weird ending. I mean, I'm not like I haven't seen it before, but it was definitely a little odd, but not bad. And the match itself was just very awkward, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
One of those matches I'm not going to remember in about 2 weeks.
I'll forget it as soon as we go to the next match.
Forgot about it already.
Yeah, which here's the one match that I fucking loved was the Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah, I concur. I loved it as well, but I think that they should have done the Raw match on the SummerSlam card, and they should have had the Lumberjack match on Raw. I think the Lumberjacks. I mean, there was good spots. I mean, it was definitely a really great match for being a Lumberjack match. I mean, you know, you can only do so much in a Lumberjack match, but I thought it was a really good one. And but yeah, I think the Lumberjacks, you know, they pretty much took the spotlight a lot of the times, and I think it was just they should have just had a one-on-one match, no DQ, street fight, Las Vegas street fight, whatever, not Las Vegas, California, you know, whatever. Have a Compton street fight. I don't know, man, anything. But,
yeah,
it was good. But apparently,
it
in
was.
Lumberjack matches, there's no countouts in Lumberjack matches. Did you know that?
Yeah, you know, you learn something new every day, and rules in wrestling is one of those things you learn every day. So, no, I didn't know that, but I thought they used the Lumberjacks pretty damn good in this match. I mean, you usually just the Lumberjacks stand out there and they throw everybody back in, but they were chasing after him and going up there, and Kane was coming out and telling him this and telling him that, which. Whatever. But I thought there was some good use of the Lumberjacks. They made them at least be relevant to why they were the Lumberjack match, I guess.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, they did the best they could with a Lumberjack match, I guess.
Yeah, they did the best they could with the shit they were, given, and it was decent. It was much better than I expected. So,
see, this.
What else can you do?
This is one of those feuds that I wouldn't mind watching for the next, maybe 2 pay-per-views, 3 pay-per-views. But I guess that's not happening. So
I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, I could definitely. Same.
Once we get into Raw, I'll get into why I say that. It's apparently it's they're probably chalking it up right now because yeah, Ambrose is going away for a while.
That's what it looks like.
Next, we got Reigns against Randy Orton, which I really dissected this match because I usually don't pay attention to Roman Reigns. I really like the guy. I think he's got a lot of potential. It is true that he only has about 3-4 moves, but he's perfected those moves, and that basically shows you that he can get better. He has that touch. I mean, there's guys like John Cena that still, botch moves that they've been doing for 10 years. I mean, this guy's only been around for less than 2 years, and he's pretty good. I just think he needs some new moves, do some new stuff. I mean, his punches are awesome though. His punches, I like his punches. I mean, to me, what makes a wrestler, one of the factors is the punch. I mean, if you can't do a good punch, man, I mean, I'm sorry, it's not happening with me.
Yeah. I mean, Reigns might have brought him up a little too quick. They probably should have left the Shield a little longer to keep him kind of shielded, if you will. Pun. So, yeah, pun definitely intended. Yeah, they definitely probably should have kept him a little more shielded for a little bit longer, but I don't know. I guess they just figure keep throwing him out there and he'll do what he has to do, but yeah, he definitely needs a few more, or at least learn to put the moves together in a different order. I don't know. The guy just seems like he's missing something, and I'm not 100% sure what it is.
Moves. That's all it is, moves.
That's part of it, yeah. But he just seems like he's missing something else to me.
Believe that.
Yeah, he's definitely missing a catchphrase because I don't see "believe that" on a fucking T-shirt.
It's gonna be on a T-shirt, man.
Oh, come on. That's like when fucking Brodus Clay used to have fucking "chi" or whatever on the back of his shirt.
It's gonna be on a shirt, man. Believe that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't want to believe that.
Yeah.
I don't want to believe that's going to be on a T-shirt.
Yeah, he's got a new T-shirt out now, which looks much better than his last one. So I guess that's a plus for him. Not something I would wear since I haven't worn wrestling shirts for quite some time. But
no, the only one I've worn lately is the Ultimate Warrior shirt.
Yeah, I actually purchased the Ultimate Warrior one, but I don't think I've worn it yet.
Yeah, I got one from WWE right after.
Yeah,
right after he passed. Yeah.
Actually, I got two. I got the one that's like I think it's a purple one. We just got the purple paint, and then I got the one that's it's got the lime green and the orange and the pink. WrestleMania 6 Ultimate Warrior. So.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I got the one with the mask on it. Then I got my son the mask.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Yeah, he runs around the house with it on sometimes.
Yeah. Speaking of Ultimate Warrior, have you heard about his wife? His widow, I should say. Now.
Yeah, I heard she's a little pissed. Very happy with WWE. Very angry at Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, go ahead and elaborate on this one, or you want me to get to it?
Yeah, it looks like WWE has been great to her. Obviously, like everyone figured they would be. But it looks like Hogan, she doesn't really care for Hogan talking about her husband anymore because he hasn't sent a card. He's one of the only guys that she said hasn't called. And even her kids were asking what's wrong with Mr. Hogan. And she said there's not a camera in the house. So... But that sounds like standard Hulk Hogan to me.
That's what I was going to say. This is, I mean, unfortunately, this is nothing new. This is what people have been saying for the last 20 years about Hogan. I mean, I'm sure it's hard for us to really just, judge the guy because we're not in his position. Of course, we're not superstars. So I don't know, man. I mean, it might change people. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, she said, yeah, there wasn't a camera in her house. There isn't a camera in her mailbox, thus meaning that he's not getting, he's not in the public eye. So he's not going to be the nice guy, basically. He's just going to be the, regular Hogan that's pretty much an asshole from what a lot of people say.
Yeah, I mean it's not news, but it's pretty shitty that he does make this big deal of Hogan, and Hogan makes this big deal of how I went up to Warrior right before we made peace, and his wife is like just shut your fucking mouth and stop using our family to get your own attention. So
he always does that. I mean, on the first DVD where they basically just the self-destruction warrior, they completely just tore this guy up, man. I mean, they completely just shit on him, and then after he passed, they did another documentary where Hogan is basically doing a 360 and saying the exact opposite of what he said. So I mean, this is nothing new, but yeah, it's sad, man. I mean, best wishes to the Warrior family, my favorite wrestler of all time. So there you go.
Yeah, that was God, how shitty that was. Guy fucking basically humanized himself in front of us. He's been this larger than life guy for so long. Goes on WrestleMania, you see the speech with the Warrior, you see his kids, you see his wife. He really humanized himself, and then poof. Yeah, it's just I don't know, man.
Very
fucking too short, man. It's too short.
Very, very eerie.
Yeah. So anyway,
slam.
Yeah, let's not get on a.
Pal, get back to work, pal.
Yeah, what match are we on?
Reigns and Orton.
Yeah, good match. Liked it.
You liked it? I'm gonna go ahead and disagree, man. This is the one match that I did not like.
I mean, it wasn't great. It was what it was. You know, like we've been saying, Reigns isn't that great. He's going to give you whatever he can give you, and I think Orton pulled a decent match out of him.
Man, I mean, the beginning of the match was all chokeholds for the first 10 minutes. All we got is punches and chokeholds, and then Orton does a couple spots, and then of course here comes the hot moment of the match, the climax, and the guy comes in with his 3 moves. And don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining about this guy. I really like him. I think he has a lot of potential if they give him a new couple moves and they don't pretty much shove him down our throats off the bat. Let this guy, just develop into being a star. Don't just debut him as a star. I don't know if that's going to work with this guy. You can debut somebody as a star like Chris Jericho, like we were talking about last week, which again, not a big fan of the guy, but hey, can't lie. They debuted the guy as a star off the bat. They put him against The Rock. It worked, but the guy he had prior, prior matches, and he had a career in WCW. I mean, he was in Japan. He was everywhere. Smoky Mountain. Reigns is not the same case. This guy just started wrestling. He's still learning. He's still developing. So I don't know about putting the belt on this guy, which I can see happening in the next couple months. But it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be the next couple months, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, do you really see Brock Lesnar holding the title until WrestleMania?
I think it would be smart to let him do it, but I don't know if they will. I mean, it looks like his next scheduled Raw is September 15th.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, man. September 15th. I mean, I don't know, man. That's a long time from now.
Yeah.
Then again, like old school wrestling, man. I mean, the champion shouldn't be around every week. That's another thing that a lot of people say, which I kind of agree with. But maybe like once a month is a bit. Maybe twice a month, I'd be okay with that. Every other week, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. But I mean, and really, a guy like Brock, all you got to do is keep showing those badass video packages. Nobody wants to hear him talk live.
Right.
You could keep showing those video packages for all I care. But I mean, that'd be fine with me.
If they give him the mic and they let him run with it, he's not that bad. I mean, he's not great whatsoever, but he's not that. I mean, look at the video package. I see your face now, but look at the video package. I mean, they gave him the mic and they let him run with it, and it was probably some of his best work on the mic. I mean, the guy was just. I mean, he wasn't doing like a wrestling promo, really. It was just him just saying, basically, I'm just going to come and kick this guy's ass. I'm a sick son of a bitch. Usual Brock Lesnar stuff. I mean, that's what you would hear from a jock. That's what he is, man. I mean, let the guy do him, and it'll probably get over.
You don't think it was him reading cue cards and? No way. WWE wouldn't do that.
No, I don't think with Lesnar. I don't. Because didn't they say that Lesnar and Cena they pretty much just went off the top and pretty much just freestyled the whole promo? I think
I always heard it was Punk and Cena is what I always heard.
No, I'm talking about recently, like last couple Raws. Yeah, that's.
I don't know, maybe, but I mean,
I think that's what the
Jesus
Meltzer guy said. Dave.
I mean, let Heyman fly. He doesn't need anything. Just let him talk.
Yeah, that's another guy, man. I doubt they write his stuff. I mean, there's no way they're writing Heyman stuff.
I don't think they could write Heyman stuff, and I don't think he'd be able to say it the way he does if they did.
That's him, and you can tell Brock. That was Brock. I don't think they wrote it down because they asked him. They said, "What happened with the Extreme Rules match?" And I don't know what the fuck happened. That's his exact words. I mean, I don't think they wrote that down for him. I think the guy just pretty much freestyled it, and it works, man. I mean, it was more interesting than him coming out and saying, I came back from the UFC to the WWE to gain the title, and just something so cliche, and just him coming back and saying, "Hey, I don't know what the fuck happened." They're not gonna write that down for him,
Yeah, I mean, at least you can get a few takes when you're not doing it live. So
yeah, I'm not saying put the guy live on television and have him talk. Definitely not saying that, because last time we all saw what happened. Say something crazy, Paul, or say something.
Yeah,
that was the most awkward thing I've seen in wrestling for a couple years.
Yeah, it's like, okay, say something stupid, Brock.
I just did.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
I totally agree, man.
Yeah, next we got Stephanie McMahon Helmsley against Brie Bella in a match that I was not excited for, which apparently a whole lot of people are excited about this. I'm not invested in this. This, and I don't know. I really like the whole pay-per-view, but this match was whatever.
I didn't mind this match. It was what it was. Stephanie gave a good "Who's my bitch" when she had Brie in the hold. What else did I write about this? There was a "You still got it" chant for Steph.
Yes, I loved it.
And I was laughing my ass off.
That was great.
Yeah, there was that and what we didn't think would happen happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did.
It did. It happened. We didn't think they would put, with Total Divas coming out, we did not think that they were going to change let Nikki turn heel, and she comes out and lays out her sister, but they did explain this on Backstage Pass, if you watched.
Can't tell you.
They did. It was all about some Nikki not paying, or Brie not paying attention to Nikki, and she got a phone call from Daniel, and basically this is turning Total Divas, because this is all going to be about Brie rubbing the husband thing in her face, and it's all going to go into a Total Divas thing, I guarantee you.
Yeah, and honestly, the reason why I thought that they weren't going to turn Nikki heel was because she's involved with Cena. But since they turned her, I really, this is the first time that I think they actually might turn him in next couple months. We'll see. But hey, I'm saying it now, man. This is going to be the time they turn him. I think this. I just have that feeling, man.
It would be interesting, but yeah, it's it did its job for the match. It was what it was. It wasn't great. It wasn't horrible. It was there. It was a filler. It did it, and
well, it wasn't a filler. It was one of the main events. That's what it was. It was nothing.
Yeah. Yep. Stephanie won because Nikki hit her sister, and Stephanie hit the pedigree.
Yeah.
And she does the pedigree better than Triple H at this point.
Yes, she does.
Which
and I didn't like the match because I'm not really invested in the angle, but for Stephanie not really being I guess she's technically trained, but not being your usual professional wrestler, it wasn't bad. But yeah, it was what it was. Of course, we got a slap in the match because every segment with Stephanie has to have a slap now. So
yeah, but yeah, it's you got to have a slap, and bitch has to be thrown in somewhere.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it was nice, but yeah, and then we get to the main. I guess we can just fly by that match. There's not really much more to say about it, is there?
No.
Okay, then we're off to the main event. Cena, Lesnar, domination. Ass kicked from minute one. Brock, this was all Brock. He hit Cena with an F5 with the first minute, for a 2 count.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was just. But then there were 16 suplexes. This reminded me of when Zeke Ezekiel Jackson used to look lost in the ring and then just do 6 scoop slams. Like, what do I do, boss? What do I do? So, but I'm sure this was designed for something. I'm sure this was the match. But, yeah, I mean, Cena got a little offense in, but it was, in my eyes, it was basically a squash. So, go ahead, talk. Tell me how you feel.
I am excited for this, man. I am so happy. If you guys did not notice, that was me clapping. Thank you. I salute you guys for doing this. Thank you. This guy is finally, hopefully, going to be off my television pretty soon for a couple months. Yeah, man. I mean, a complete squash, man. He beat the shit out of this guy. He, we didn't get any color or urine or vomit, but we got Cena being dominated, which is, I couldn't ask for more, man. Originally I wasn't very happy with the way that the match happened, and just it kind of got repetitive, but I get the point. They were just he was just basically saying I can do whatever I want to this guy. He's just a rag doll. Look at me just throw him around and do the same move and beat the shit out of him. The same guy that's beating everybody on the roster, including myself. I'm finally at 100%. I was never healthy. I am now. Watch me just fucking kill this guy. And he did.
Yeah, he did. It was, I loved it. I thought it was fun. I mean, it wasn't, it was, it had a little bit of moments where it was kind of like, this is getting kind of old, but yeah, it definitely was good, and it looks like their rematch is going to be at Night of Champions.
Yeah, so
I
liked it, man. I didn't like it the first time, really. I watched it, but I watched it again today, and this is probably going to be one of my favorite matches of all time. Just to see this guy basically get squashed. It wasn't a good technical match, nothing like that, but hey, man, that's what they were trying. I mean, what are they doing with Brock, though? Why are they so invested in this guy? I mean, they basically sacrificed The Undertaker and now Cena. I mean, is he I don't know, man. If he gets up and leaves in a year, this is a bad move on their part.
Yeah, and his contract is up right after Mania, so they better lock him up quick, too. Because I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen, but they better lock him up as fast as they can, because one of the reasons why wouldn't they invest in the guy? He's different. He looks like a big badass, which is what he is. So thank God they're booking someone like they should. I mean, let's face it, this is how Big Show should have been booked from day one.
This is how Brodus Clay should have been booked. This is how
Mark Henry.
Yeah, Mark Henry. This is, I mean, Rusev is another guy that they're kind of building. Yeah, they're not so bad. They're not making him a comedy gimmick. But yeah, usually when the big guys come around, they usually mess it up. But yeah, this is good stuff, man. I am happy about this. Brock Lesnar is your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And finally, John Cena is gone for a week. I want to say gone for a while, but fuck, man, this guy is coming back next week.
This guy's like fucking herpes, man. He just fucking keeps coming back.
Answer to pro wrestling.
He's a fucking cold sore, the son of a bitch.
You can't get rid of this guy.
Oh, what was that Eddie Murphy line? Carry that shit forever like luggage.
I love Eddie Murphy.
I do too, and I love both fucking Delirious and Raw. Fucking love that shit.
Best stand-up comedies of all time.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Fucking badass. But yeah, so Night of Champions, and that was it. That was the pay-per-view, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, man. I really want to emphasize on this, man. I'm so happy that this guy just got demolished, man. This is the first time we've seen this happen. This guy just got completely squashed, man. This has never happened before. He basically jobbed out. This is jobbing, pretty much.
Oh yeah, this definitely was. There's no getting around that. This was definitely a yeah.
I'd like.
Right now, I mean, that's what he looked like at this match. So
Yeah.
good for him.
I guess that was SummerSlam, and
that was SummerSlam, ladies, gentlemen, and listeners.
Yeah. You want to go on a 5-minute break, and then we come back and talk about Raw and TNA?
Yeah, we can do that. Give me 1 minute. Let me switch over. We're going to take a 5-minute break. We will be right. All right, we are back. Took a little break. You guys rocked out to Eat Your Heart Out. Rick Springfield.
We are back.
Now we're here to talk about Raw.
Just to show you guys how dedicated we are, I just grabbed a new cup of coffee at 10 o'clock at night, so you guys...
Dude, that was a soup bowl. Was that a coffee cup?
Oh, yeah. So it's just close to the camera, but it's coffee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, compared to my head.
Looks like a soup bowl, man. Holy shit.
Oh, it says breakfast on it.
Well, you drink your coffee. I'll drink the Heineken I got here. And we will start talking about Raw. Go ahead, start off real quick.
WWE Raw. And, we started the show. I didn't quite expect this. I was expecting Brock Lesnar. But, nope. We got Stephanie McMahon coming out to Daniel Bryan's music, which I got fooled for a second. I thought Bryan was coming back. I was like, holy shit, this is good. This is good stuff. But nope, it's Steph with a brand new shirt that says Steph. So,
yep.
Hey.
And I'm going to admit, she looked good running around in that shirt.
Yes, she does. She always looks good.
I think she does too. I think Stephanie's definitely not disgusting.
Yeah. Plus, you can tell she looks good naturally. She has a nice face. It's not like Nikki Bella. I can see her in 10 years just completely falling off and just looking terrible. Steph, I don't know. She has a nice facial structure, I should say, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. I'd go Triple H. Anyway,
I have something I want to share real quick before we get to the Raw. Give them a cheap plug. MLW podcast. I was listening to Court Bauer and Ed Ferreira, or whatever the fuck his name is. They were talking about SummerSlam '98 and how they were involved with the show. I guess they were the writers at the time, or whatever the case may be. But they mentioned after WrestleMania 22 on a conference call, Vince McMahon wanted to do an angle where he impregnated Stephanie McMahon, an incest angle, and according to them, it was just an awkward silence, and Stephanie quickly shut down that idea. But Vince was up for it, man. It was Vince's idea. He wanted an all McMahon baby.
Yeah, I mean, they were about to do it with Paul Burchill and what's her name for a while.
Yeah, he's a sick guy, man.
That's creepy.
That's beyond creepy, man.
I probably could have gone the rest of my life and not known that story and been fine with it, but
it's like borderline criminal. That's not creepy.
Yeah, there we go. It's out there now. So there we go. Awesome.
Vince was trying to bang his daughter. There you go. You guys have it there.
Whether that's on TV or that just. Anyway, maybe we should get into Raw. We're getting. We've already taken our stance on this incest angle tonight.
Yes, we have. Well, it was already out there, but
wow, is that supposed to come out twice in one show? No. Anyway, anyway, we were talking about Stephanie bouncing down to the ring.
Yeah.
Which this was. I don't know. To me, this wasn't a great segment. She was probably the worst I've seen her in a while.
Yeah.
It seemed like all they wanted to do was plug the 9 1999.
Absolutely. That's what it's
So, it's that, and, but, yeah. And then, Brie came out, or did Nikki come out first?
Nikki.
Yeah, Nikki came out and started blah, 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 and more bad acting. I mean, bad acting.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. This was TNA-like. This was TNA-like bad acting.
Yeah, she's a terrible actress.
Yeah, just trying to. They just don't. And again, they're both not that bad on Total Divas. I don't understand it. But Nikki literally did a heel turn last night because her shoe fell off on the way to the ring.
Yeah, that was awesome. I like how she she didn't just try to play it off. She kind of made fun of it.
She did. She didn't just no sell it like Vince wants you to probably do. But yeah, it wasn't horrible. But
yeah, but
yeah.
You know what I'm not excited about? About having 2 women's matches on the next few pay-per-views. That is what I'm not excited about. Because we're definitely going to get a whole bunch of Brie and Nikki, and then we're going to have the women's title match. So, yeah, I'm not excited about that, but whatever, man.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So, yeah, I thought that was some of the worst goddamn acting I had seen in a long time. And, yeah, there was that. And Brie comes down with her black eye and her new red Brie mode dress.
They're really trying to get over this whole Brie mode thing.
Here's my question about this Brie mode thing. Isn't Brie mode when she gets really drunk?
Yes, it is. I guess they're trying.
Okay.
They're trying to make a. There you go. Got a bark in there.
That's all right.
Yeah.
So, a PG show is pushing the fact that a girl wants to go get drunk all the time and go into Brie mode. Okay, I get it.
Well, I think they're probably trying to get the Brie mode thing over with the crowd as far as her just getting maybe in a tag team match, getting the hot tag. She goes into Brie mode, and that's what it is. But yeah, essentially, originally it came from fucking. It was a nice cheap plug in there too. Yeah, but originally it came from her being drunk. Yeah, I mean that's. But I don't know if that's what Brie mode means now. But yeah. Yeah,
and I know it's like Beast mode, it's Brie mode, but give me a fucking break, please.
It's stupid. It's stupid.
Yeah, I do not want to fucking hear it, but I'm gonna have to because. Whatever, but yeah, I mean, this segment was what it was. I don't really want to spend too much time on it because there's a lot of shit to go over tonight. So
yeah,
we don't really need to spend much time on that. I thought it was a horrible segment, but yeah, there were more of Nikki hit Brie again, and they're not forgiving each other, and as the world turns.
Yeah. Next, we got what is it? Ziggler and Miz? Is that next?
Luke Harper,
oh, yeah.
Eric Rowan, Big Show, and Mark Henry. Hey, welcome back, Big Show. Haven't seen you in a few months. Here, go with Mark Henry.
Yes.
Yeah. Random WWE.
Can they retire already? Holy shit, man! I mean, I'm all up for guys coming back, but. Come on, man! I've seen the Big Show in 40,000 matches. He's wrestled literally everybody on that roster numerous times. There's nothing new this guy can do. I know he's lost like 60, 70, whatever the hell he lost. I don't care, dude. I put this guy in the Hall of Fame and get it over with. I respect what he's done. They've already ruined him. They ruined him, 10 years ago. It's been done. It's been done for years. I'm over it, man. Mark Henry, another guy, I know he's signed for another 2 years or whatever. I don't know what they're going to do with him for the next 2 years, but I don't know. It's whatever. I don't mind it as much as, seeing, I guess it's better than seeing the Rosebuds, but, yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. It's Big Show, Mark Henry. How many times have you seen these guys? And what a random tag team to just throw together out of nowhere, and yeah, but this wasn't a bad match actually. It was kind of a classic big guy match. I mean, those guys are, Harper and Rowan aren't small, and I didn't hate it. I got to admit, I didn't hate the match.
Yeah, I can't really comment because I didn't watch it. But, yeah, as soon as I saw Big Show come out, I went to the kitchen and got something to eat. And sorry, Big Show. I've seen you enough, dude. I've had enough, man. You've done it all. I know. I get it. You're a big guy. It's nice. We've seen it.
Yeah, it was one of those, and Harper threw a nice super kick too. Speaking of super kicks earlier, and
he's awesome, man. I don't know why. I don't know. What are they gonna do with the Wyatts in like 2 years? Like I can't see them going as singles, especially like Eric Rowan, unless they completely change his looks. Because you're always gonna remember these guys as the Wyatts. It's gonna be weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to see where it goes. I'm not even going to try to guess what they're going to do with them, but I mean, it could be. I don't know. I said I wasn't going to guess, so I'm not going to. But
always do that. You say I'm not going to get into it, and then you get.
So I'm not going to get into it. Big Show, Mark Henry take the win because they're the new faces.
There you go.
They're supposed to. So then we get Miz again as Miz One Kenobi in his outfit.
Not a fan of the outfit, man. It looks so silly. It's just...
Yeah, this was just a backstage thing, which I found hilarious. And what I found more hilarious was the way Flair sold it when Ziggler called Miz not an A-lister, but an a-hole. Flair sold it like it was the greatest thing he's seen in months.
Flair is awesome, man. Are they putting him with Ziggler now? Is that what
they teased it?
Yeah, I mean, I hope so, man. They're making all the right decisions in the last couple nights, so hopefully. I mean, Ziggler won the IC title. Lesnar's got the title. I mean, put Flair with Ziggler, you pretty much answer most of our requests for the last couple months.
Oh yeah. I think they should. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer, to be honest with you, in my opinion. Put him with him. It's the right thing to do.
I mean, Ziggler, I don't want to say he's a young Ric Flair, but he resembles him a lot. I mean, in the flamboyant, guy, the cocky guy, gets all the chicks and, all that stuff. It's got a lot of similarities. It would make sense.
Yeah, they do. Maybe too many. I mean, Flair with anybody Flair's gonna outshine anybody just being himself.
Right.
But Ziggler, I don't know. It could work. It could fail. But throw it out there for a little bit, and let's see if it works or not. But I thought it was awesome the way Flair sold that. And then right after that, they had another hilarious segment where Ambrose dumps a bucket of ice over Seth Rollins, and then goes, "What? It's for charity."
I loved it, man. Ambrose he's great, man. I wasn't so big on him. I mean, I always liked the guy, but he's definitely becoming one of my favorites. I mean, I thought I liked Rollins more, but man, Ambrose he's taking over, man. He's growing on me.
Yeah, he's so like we've said 1,000 times, he's not cookie cutter. He's awesome. He's original. He did the robot the other night after a move on SummerSlam, if you were watching. I mean, or was it last night?
He's unorthodox. He's just...
He is, exactly. He's unorthodox. He's not the usual WWE star that you see out there. And it looks like they're letting him be more Jon Moxley sometimes than Dean Ambrose, which thumbs up again, WWE. So, yeah, I thought that was another awesome one, and then they started beating each other. So, what do we have next?
Got Natalya and Paige.
Paige, that's right. Another match, another distraction win. I'm really getting tired of them.
Yeah,
me?
We get a weekly one now, so.
it's more than that now. I mean, just okay. She's skipping to the ring, and that's going to take your mind off of it. All right, you deserve to lose.
Probably.
Yeah, with the schoolgirl. Let's not even spend time on this match.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
Yeah, Natalia won, schoolgirl, schoolboy, whatever you want to call it. And then whatever.
Oh my god. School. Just got on some kid's bad side.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it, it's up to you. But here's one thing I do want to bring up. They announced the stipulations for the Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins match. Right. Here's your stipulations. No holds barred. False count anywhere. No DQ. Can you tell me the fucking difference in those three, really?
No fucking difference.
Okay. I just want to I want to make sure I'm not the one that's insane.
Nope.
But a no holds barred is a no DQ. A false count anywhere is a no holds bar match. So you, ladies and gentlemen, got to vote for the same match, and you chose what you chose. So yeah, that was another segment. And then they go ahead.
Why don't they do matches like remember like the Mankind and the Big Show match, the Boiler Room Brawl? Do something like that. I mean, Ambrose would be awesome in a match like that.
They had so many options they could have gone with here, and they really just gave you the same match.
They gave you no option. That's what they gave you.
Exactly. this is fucking 3-card Monty at its best right here.
Which I didn't
seriously.
Mind. I wanted to see a street fight, so I didn't mind it. Essentially, it was a street fight. That's what all of them were. So, yeah. But
any of these matches could have been a street fight. No holds barred. That's a street fight. False count anywhere. It's street fight. No DQ. It can be a street fight. Right. They literally 3-card Monty'd us here. There was no shell under the cup.
Yeah, they should have put like a, I don't know. Not a big fan of this match, but could have always been an option, a stretcher match. I don't know, something different. I mean, yeah, essentially all of them were street fights. That's the only option that they gave us.
And the only thing I can think of to compare it to is goddamn 3-card Monty, because that's the only thing I could picture was. I mean, you're forcing you're forcing the queen on them.
Yeah. Which in this case I didn't mind again, because it was. I'm a big fan of the hardcore wrestling scene, and not so much now, but yeah, once in a while I don't mind it. It's good stuff, man.
Yeah. So that was my complaint, and I've ranted on it a little bit, and I feel better.
There you go.
I do. I feel a little bit better.
Glad you feel.
Yeah. Whew. Okay. Now we can go on to the. I think the next thing we get is the belt induction. The new belt.
All right.
What do you think of the new belt?
Very similar to the last one, but it looks. I don't know. I said it looks awful on the Facebook message board, but I don't know, dude. I mean, I'm not one of those fans that collects wrestling belts or cares so much about this stuff. So in my eyes, it doesn't really matter. But I mean, as long as it's not that stupid gimmick that they did with the spinning belt, man. I mean, that was terrible. But other than that, I don't really care. But I mean, yeah, this belt has more leather than anything else.
Yeah, really, you didn't. As much as you love Cena, you didn't like the spinner belt. Man, I'm in shock over here.
Fuck that.
I'm in shock over here.
Owns that belt. I hope you trash it tonight. That's
but did they do that, or did Paul give his speech first?
I think they did that first. And
all right, yeah, and all right, we the belt. It is what it is. I'm really not. I'm kind of like you. I don't care if it's I'm not a belt mark. I'm not going to sit here and fucking belt. It is what it is. They hold it. It's just a fucking trophy, is all it is.
Speaking of this belt, you can get this replica of this belt right now, and guess how much it is?
$300.
$430.
Is it $429.99?
Yeah, it's $429.99.
Hell yeah!
Oh my god, what do people really buy these belts? I mean,
yeah, people do. I mean, personally, I don't. I got the little $20 one for my kid that you can get at the thing, but
yeah, but these aren't for kids, dude. These replica ones, these are for like the collectors. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, no offense to any wrestling fans listening right now. If you own belts, I mean, that's your thing. More power to you. I mean, I respect it. I don't get it, man. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen, but I mean, if you look in that crowd, man, look how many people got belts thrown over their shoulders.
Yeah, but dude, I go to these indie shows, man. You got these guys that come in like, you know, I don't know, 60-year-old guy dragging his whole family in there, and you can tell the family's not enjoying themselves. They hate this shit. The kids are all embarrassed because their dad's coming in with like 6 belts on them, looking, you know, silly as shit. You know, marking out, you know, stalking all the wrestlers down and shit. You know, this guy's like 60. I've seen this, you know. I don't know, man. It's too much for me. I'm a big wrestling fan. The only thing I collect as far as wrestling is DVDs and posters. Other than that, like figures and, you know, belts, I can't do that, dude. Not
yeah, I can't spend that much money on a belt either. I can't. I'd feel like I don't know, man. I got kids. I can't spend $400 on a belt.
Yeah, well, $430.
I'm sorry, $429.99.
There you go. But speaking of action figures, the only one that I would actually like to own is that new Randy Savage one that they released. That one is awesome. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I did. That is pretty cool.
That one's $300. I wouldn't never pay that, but that thing is that's a piece of art, man. That thing looks damn good.
Yeah, it does look pretty sweet. So yeah, I mean, trust me, there's things. I mean, there's a little vintage store down the street, a toy store down the street from me. They've got an original ECW belt for sale there, and they only want $150 for it, and I got to tell you, sometimes I'm tempted.
Like what kind of belt? One of those replicas?
No, it looks it's fucking heavy. Whatever it is, if it's a replica, it's a good one. It's heavy, and he only wants $150 for it.
Yeah, it's got to be a replica though. I'm sure
I'm sure it is. I mean, I'm sure it's not. I'm sure Vince owns the real belts.
Yeah, or some kind of museum, or you know, they have all these little wrestling museums that collect these things.
Or Heyman's got them in his Jew safe somewhere in his house.
I don't think Heyman cares enough, man. That guy's over ECW.
I can say that, by the way. I'm Jewish. So.
ECW.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know, man, but yeah, trust me. There's times I think of buying that belt, but I've gotten a few action figures from him. I got a old Chris Benoit.
Who?
Yeah, I got exactly. I had to get it, man. It was one of the those Attitude Era ones. It was an old one.
What is it? A figure? You said?
Yeah, it's an action figure, and it's what did they call that? It was one of those extreme action figure ones. I don't know, man. It was there, and he was like giving it away. He didn't even want it, so I bought it.
Yeah, the only action figures I did used to own all the what was it, the Hasbro ones, from early '90s. Yeah, I used to have those when I was a kid, and man, I had like a huge luggage full of them when I moved here from Germany, and yeah, I wish I kept them, man. I tossed them all out, unfortunately. But
yeah, I had the thumb wrestlers.
Yeah.
I had Sheik, Hogan, Warrior.
Yeah.
I had all those, man. I wish I had kept those too, because I'd have to paint them, but they'd be worth money.
Yeah, and the only two I have left is two of them that I bought at, I think it was the first Extreme Rising. They had the original ECW action figures. and they were still packaged, and they were selling them for $5. And I got them signed by like Sabu and Axel Rotten and all them, all for free. So it cost me like $5 to get a bunch of autographs. So why not?
Oh hell yeah!
Why
Hell
not?
yeah!
Why not?
No, why not? I mean, look, man. There's a certain time where you're like $5, I'm down.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. So.
Well, back
Man.
to Heyman and this belt, they were standing with the Authority, which I like. I don't mind Brock working with the Authority. I think that could be something interesting. I wouldn't mind that. But yeah, I don't know, man. I like this. Paul Heyman. Anytime he gets in the ring, it's entertainment. He always tops himself. He's better than he was last week. I don't know how he does it, but every week he's better, man. This guy is. I can see this guy being an actor. I mean, he needs to be an actor. He's that good. Imagine him playing the Penguin character from Batman. How good would he be in that? Man, this guy would be awesome.
Dude, he could be a villain in so many movies. I totally agree. He could be a villain in a ton of movies and get paid. But
even a serial killer. He could play like Hannibal or something, man. This guy, I can see him doing that. He's good.
He could. I mean, that promo he gave last night was absolutely. I mean, almost. I mean, I know I sound like a mark here, but it was damn near chilling how good he is on the mic.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah, I can't say enough about how fucking good he is. And I mean, he just goes and goes and goes. Never fucks up, never slips, never stops, never stumbles.
Yeah.
Fucking gold. I mean, platinum. Is platinum worth more than gold now? I don't know.
Who knows? I think.
Who knows? But he's whatever's above gold is what he is on there, dude. I love this fucking guy.
I think platinum fell off when rappers stopped buying loads of jewelry off of jewelers, and
Bad
that's
fucking bastards.
I never understood that. That actually pisses me off more than like anything in the world. But that's a whole other topic. Maybe some other time when wrestling's boring as shit, we can complain about rappers buying crazy amounts of jewelry. But
there you go.
Yeah, that's something to look forward to in probably 2 weeks when John Cena comes back and it gets boring again. But yeah, next we got what else do we have here? And another thing, why don't they? I mean, come on, man. WWE's making all these fucking movies. Put Paul Heyman in one. Why don't you do that? That's genius. There you go, WWE. You're welcome once again. I have to say you're welcome every week because we give you about $20 million ideas. Go ahead and use one of them. Give us a little bit of money. We're happy. Nobody's complaining. Just a tad bit, small percentage. Go ahead. Paul Heyman, gold in a movie. You're welcome. Take it.
There you go.
Run with it.
There you go. You're right. They are making a shitload of movies. He would be. Man, yeah, they are making all these fucking movies. Maybe, you know what? Maybe they are. Maybe they will. Who knows? I mean, he wouldn't come out and talk about it. So, I don't know. I mean, fucking Jim Ross is doing acting. Come on.
No, I don't want to see that, dude. Another one. Bray Wyatt. Why not make a movie about the Wyatts? That would be crazy.
I get that. Yeah.
I could see that, man. Maybe when he I tuned back in. Yeah, man, I can see that, man. I mean, Bray Wyatt, he's another good one that I can see acting. I mean, he's he gets into these characters, and I don't know, he's good, man. I'm still a fan.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I don't think we can praise this guy enough. I mean, Heyman is amazing. I can't praise him any more than that. So I guess we should go on to the next match then, which was a rematch.
Yes, sir.
Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz.
And The Miz won by countout, which was weird, but whatever. As long as
I noticed Lawler and Cole kind of making a big deal of it, which obviously means there's going to be more to this storyline. So, and I'll be honest, I'm good with this storyline continuing. These two work good together. They got chemistry. I like it. I'm not a huge fan of The Miz, but I do respect him as a great heel. I'll say that. So, and yeah, I'm not going to say I hate when he's out there because I do actually enjoy when he is. So, but yeah, I could see these two going for another. I could see these two definitely back at Night of Champions.
Yeah, well, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and take this all in because this is a hell of a positive podcast. We've just been giving thumbs up to everything. This rarely happens. This is probably going to be one of the only times you see us really just dap up WWE and just say they've done a great job. I mean,
that's it. You just named the podcast. We're going to call this the Positive Podcast. There you go.
Podcast. There you go, man.
That's it.
They can't refer to me as the angry young man anymore. I'm not complaining this week.
You know what? Facts are facts. When WWE is good, it's really good. When it's bad, it's fucking horrible. But I'm a little worried about what's going to happen in the next few shows because, WWE, 2 steps forward.
Yeah, 16
yeah.
back, dude.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. So, yeah, but I thought it was a good match, another good match. It wasn't great. Kind of a weird ending, I'll admit, but I do see it's going to go further. What'd you think?
I liked it. I thought, similar to their match on SummerSlam. They have a good chemistry. They pretty much know each other's movesets. It's, really smooth in the ring. So I can't complain, man. Good match.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, that count out was a little weird, but Ziggler still came in, got his revenge at the end.
Yeah. Man, Ziggler he's nice, man. He is nice in the ring, dude. He is nice, just crisp. Everything is crisp. He pulls everything off very smoothly. He's good, man. I'm glad they're giving him a push.
Yeah, I am too. I really am. I'm glad they're going to give this guy a little push. I hope they continue it. Like I said, I hope he doesn't fucking break a nail or something because that would be the downfall of him right there. He'd be done.
Yeah, definitely.
Done. So, I don't know what's going to happen, but let's hope for the best.
Yeah, most definitely. We got, what do we have next? We got Swagger and Cesaro? Is that what? Oh, yeah. Doesn't matter if we go in order anyway.
Nah.
Swagger and Cesaro. And, a decent match. I mean, I thought I would never see Swagger be more over than Cesaro, but never say never. But, yeah, Cesaro actually won, which I'm happy about. Finally. This guy got something again.
Yeah. I mean, he's jobbing on pre-shows for pay-per-views, which is just a crime.
Yeah, but that's not even as bad as the wrestlers that he's been jobbing to recently. He's jobbed to like everybody. He's been jobbing to. He probably jobbed to Kofi Kingston on Main Event or SmackDown sometime in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm glad at least he's broke the losing streak. So
yeah, it can only go up from there.
Well, it could go down again. Hopefully not.
Yeah, I thought about that while I was saying it. Anyway, I didn't mind this match. Like you said, Cesaro won. It wasn't bad. And then this fucking yellow teeth motherfucker comes down to the ring, who I thought they were going to give up on. And Bo Dallas comes out with his believe shit.
Greatest thing in professional wrestling.
Oh, whatever you say, man.
He's fucking great, man. He's oh, come on, dude. He is awesome.
I totally see the Cena thing, and I still don't like it.
This guy is so bad, it's amazing, man. It's awesome. You ever watch one of those horror movies that's so bad it becomes one of your favorites? This is one of those things. It's so bad, it's good.
Okay.
It's intentionally bad. That's why it's good. It's not because the guy is bad. It's just, it's so.
I know. I know, but I really think they could have had someone else play this part much better.
No, and he is perfect. He is perfect.
No, I really do. They should have had. I mean, this part belongs to a fucking pretty boy, in my opinion, and Bo Dallas is far from it.
His stupid face is perfect for this, man. The way he smiles, this sarcastic, stupid smile that's gold, man. This guy I'm telling you, Tatanka's son, man. This guy has got it.
Tatanka's no, this is IRS's son.
Yeah, I know, but he looks like Tatanka, so
You do have a point.
Something may have happened over there back in 92 or whatever the fuck happened.
I don't think we should. No, I don't think we should start speculating here. We're gonna.
Hey man, let the visual speak for itself.
We're already trying to start the rumor that Vince Russo is back in WWE. Let's not go too far.
He is back in WWE, man.
After seeing that flag match, I'm not convinced.
And we got lumberjack matches again. I mean, Vince Russo's back, man. We had matches that didn't happen. Vince Russo.
Yeah, you're right. Advertised matches that didn't happen.
Yeah, we've had about 20 battle royals. I mean, we've had so many gimmick matches. Russo's back, man.
There you go. I guess so, but yeah.
By the way,
yeah.
I'm kidding, folks. I don't know if he's back. Don't take my
who knows? But keep it going. He's back.
It doesn't even matter.
And you know, during this whole swagger bullshit, all I heard was fucking JBL and Cole going back and forth. JBL talking about how he's this great patriot, blah blah blah. Motherfucker, you live in Bermuda.
Does he?
It's part of the fucking UK where he lives. He lives in like British Isles or something like that in Bermuda. Fuck you and your patriotic bullshit. You sat there a week ago telling us how you live in there and when am my UK people going to get the network? October 1st. And then Michael, I'm a goddamn patriot. What the fuck?
Michael. I love
Michael.
Michael. Yeah, Michael.
Michael. Telling you, Michael, I can do this.
You're such an idiot, man. I don't know why he's still on TV.
I don't know.
In fact, I take that back. I don't know why Michael Cole is on television. That guy needs to come off, man.
You know, I think I prefer Cole over JBL.
Oh.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna stick to it too.
No way, man. Michael Cole is I can't tolerate that, man. That guy is horrible. He's horrendous, man. That guy, he's as bad as you can get, man. That guy is horrible. I'd rather listen to Taz on his worst day than listen to Michael Cole on his best day, man. That guy is the drizzling shits, man. Terrible.
I don't know. He's a company shill, and I think he's told to say probably 80% of what he does.
Oh, I'm sure he's told to say 90% of the things that it's not
probably.
He's just terrible, man. I don't
Yeah, but it's still. I mean, you know, he's probably making the best of what he can, or making chicken salad out of chicken shit.
Yeah, it's you know what it is about Michael Cole, man. It's just his personality, his delivery is what I don't like. Because I didn't like him during the Attitude Era. I thought he was corny back then. So this is nothing new. It's just the way he delivers. It's him as a person, pretty much. What comes out in the character, what speaks out to me as him in real life is as a corny ass kissing guy, pretty much. And I'm don't want to pass judgment, but that's how he comes off on television. So it is what it is. I'm just not a fan of the guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hated him. His heel, I thought his heel runs were horrible, but he's kind of just who he is now, and I don't know. He like I said, I think he's told to say so much of what he says. I really can't sit there, and he's probably not a bad guy. But
next, fuck him.
I do want to get into this little thing that Chris Jericho did with Renee backstage, because Chris Jericho was channeling The Rock last night for that promo, if you ask me.
He actually he said that he was paying homage.
I saw that, and I could definitely tell. I mean, before I even saw that, I'm like, God, he's really trying to be The Rock here. But it was a good promo. I liked it. Probably one of the best he's done in a long time.
Well, that's because he was copying The Rock.
Yeah, maybe he should just keep doing that.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe he should.
That's another guy. I'm sorry, he's just so boring to me now. Jericho, like if he's another one of those guys. If he retired right now, I probably wouldn't ever miss him. Not to be so harsh, just I don't know, man. I mean, I get more excited seeing Rob Van Dam, maybe just because I'm biased, but
yeah, I know. I'm with you there.
Seen it all. It's like Big Show, man. I've seen it all with him. He's already wrestled Randy Orton 40,000 times. Everybody on the roster. There's nothing that can really excite me with Jericho.
Yeah, I mean, I at least he leaves for a while. He comes back. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of Jericho, but I also don't hate him. I like, he's got the right to come back and leave when he wants and come back again. He's been there long enough, but I don't know. I don't miss him when he's gone. I'll admit that, but I do kind of like when he comes back. But
yeah,
it does kind of grow on me pretty quick. Grow old pretty quick when he's back.
Well, I'd much rather prefer them bring up some of the guys from NXT like Sami Zayn or Adrian Neville, guys like that, and give them spots rather than bring, I don't mind part-timers. I actually enjoy them. Like when they brought, Undertaker back. I'm not one of those guys that says, on WrestleMania you shouldn't have any of these part-timers because they're taking paychecks from fucking, I don't know, Xavier Woods because, he's not a part-time. I don't care about that, man. I don't know. Jericho was just boring to me.
Yeah, like I said, I don't miss him when he's gone, but I do. I kind of like when he comes back. So whatever, he is what he is.
Yes, sir. What do we have next? We got
Ryback, Randy Orton, Sheamus, Van Dam, and Roman Reigns.
Awesome match, in my opinion. I love this. Great stuff.
Yeah. Since you loved it so much, I already said Ryback got a huge pop for that match. That was my note. Go for it.
Dude, I actually really, really like Ryback. I think, I don't want to say I want to see him go as a solo act because I like the whole Ryback's whole thing. I hated it at first. I don't like the whole just put random guys that don't pretty much have anything to do together and make a tag team. But they actually, they really kind of meshed together and they made a gimmick out of it. Now they're kind of, they complement each other. They have complementary styles in the ring. Kind of, they're kind of opposites, which kind of works. And they, even their outfits, they kind of wear the same colors. They're acting more like a tag team now, which I enjoy. But yeah, we got the Care Bears and fucking Randy Orton against RVD, Sheamus, and Roman Reigns, which was an awesome match. I love this match.
Yeah, like I said, I thought so too. I was a little shocked Ryback got that. Ryback was so over, but I didn't realize it was his hometown until afterwards. Yeah. So, awesome.
Did you see his reaction, his initial reaction to the crowd chanting for his... He kind of marked out, and I don't think that's the type of reaction they probably want from him to the crowd like that. But you can't blame the guy, man. I mean, he just got excited. He's just been probably sitting in the background for the last year, and to get a pop like that, of course he gets, he got excited. Which is, I like it, man. I think they should give this guy a push again.
I hope they do. I mean, I thought definitely he deserved the belt way back in that CM Punk match. I know they were going for the whole CM Punk this many days, but he should have gotten it. He'd probably still be main event material right now if they did that.
He would have been established as a star, man. That's how you make stars.
Yep, and he was squashing people, 2 and 3 guys at a time.
Exactly. Man.
And then they bring him in there with Punk, and you might as well have put him in a match with Cena. in my opinion, because it would have had the same outcome. You would have just crushed him either way.
Yep.
So, yeah, that was it.
If they actually push this guy, I'm not saying have it be a main event at fucking WrestleMania, but if they were pushing this guy, I could see Ryback against Brock Lesnar at Night of Champions. I wouldn't mind seeing that. The guy, he's not bad, but I don't know. He's not even that bad on the mic. He's just kind of crazy and silly, which kind of works sometimes. I mean, he gets repetitive and he gets kind of weird, but I don't know. I like him.
Yeah, I do too. I think he's definitely one they should be pushing, and looks like they're gonna. Hopefully they do. Hopefully they listen to the crowd a little bit. So we'll see.
Got the Usos against the Stardust and Goldust, the fucking Dust Brothers. Please give them a name, man. Oh my God, do we have to do this every week? Goldust and Stardust. It's not even a tongue twister. It's just it sounds stupid. Give them a name.
And I'm still not. I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about this. I'm not 100% sure I like the Stardust thing.
I love it, man. See,
I'm not sure yet.
That's where we disagree on Bo Dallas and Stardust. I like both of them, man. I like it. They're over with me.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not sure. I don't hate it, but I'm not 100% sure I like it very much. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, Usos. I like the Usos.
Yeah, I like them in the ring. Not as they're way too like jolly and just man, I don't.
Too jolly.
They are too jolly, man. They're acting like it's Christmas, every day of the week. It's too much, man. I don't know. I don't want to be like depressing, but I mean, come on, man. This is wrestling. I don't want to see these guys coming out dancing, slapping hands with each other every 2 seconds. It's too much, man. Especially when they have the Samoan background. Samoans are supposed to be badasses for the most part. These guys are coming out here basically acting like clowns. It's just, I don't know, dude. Again, they're really good in the ring, though. They always have fun matches. I always enjoy their matches. I just wish they would be a little bit more serious. They're always clowning around and laughing and doing all the silly stuff, but hey.
I'm trying to get over Too Jolly. That was awesome.
They are. Look at them. Look at them next time they come out, man. They are way too happy.
Yeah, I guess so. But
they are way too happy.
I've just never really thought of them as big jolly fellas, but I guess now I do.
They are. Look at them, man. They look like little kids that are waking up at 5 a.m. because it's Christmas morning and they're about to unwrap some gifts. That's what they look like every time they come out to the ring. Maybe they're just that excited to be wrestlers and they're achieving the dream. And if that's the case, then I'm happy for them. But any other case, I don't understand why they're so damn happy.
I don't know, man. I wonder if they come down during Christmas and say, "Dad, you say oos." All right, forget it.
Kick them out, man. He didn't even show up to the wedding. I doubt they hang out at Christmas.
Yeah, that was kind of shitty. But that was kind of shitty. But anyway, yeah. And who won that match?
Dust Brothers.
Sheamus. Yeah, the Dust Brothers. That's right.
Dust Brothers, man. I guess they're getting a title shot probably at the pay-per-view.
They should.
Might as well give them the belts, man. I mean, the Usos have had them for almost since, WrestleMania? Before WrestleMania, actually.
Was it before?
Yeah, they got the titles at, was it before or was it at? I don't know. But I know it wasn't at WrestleMania. Either it was the night after WrestleMania or it was before WrestleMania. Either way, it doesn't matter. Who gives a shit?
No, I'm just trying to think back, and I want to say that didn't the Rhodes brothers have the titles right then?
I believe so.
No, that was after. I don't know. I forgot.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, man.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We can go ahead from there. Oh, go ahead. Where are we here? Okay, we've got what do we have next? Rusev comes out.
I believe so.
Yeah, Rusev comes out, and they do this whole thing, and
It's another match that I don't know, man. I mean, Mark Henry and Rusev, is that really not very exciting? But it can be a filler to the pay per view for me. I'll walk my dogs during this match.
yeah, it's. I mean, I saw the whole. They were trying to play up the whole Olympic champion, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah. So that was it. Rusev, Lana.
Now, before we skip on to the next one, did you catch Mark Henry calling him a boy and saying what that means to him? I thought that was kind of clever how they put that in there. You know, little stuff like that makes it exciting. You know, gives them a bit more edge and character. It just, you know, that's what they used to do about 10, 15 years ago. But
yeah, it was kind of edgy to say. But yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. Oh, next on, we got what do we have next?
Replay. King comes out and tells us what you people voted for. Falls Count Anywhere.
Yay.
Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins. Awesome match. I loved it. I really did. I kind of marked out for it. I kind of felt like a little mark here because I thought it was awesome.
No, I completely agree. This match actually got a "This is awesome" chant that was for once actually deserved. Because a lot of the times, Stephanie McMahon faces off with Brie Bella, and that gets a "This is awesome" chant. Like, no, dude, this is not awesome. This isn't even good. This is not awesome. But this was a tremendous match, man. I mean, we got a choke slam on the table that did not break, which looked like it hurt, and we got the power bomb on the chairs, which I found this hilarious. They referred to the stack of chairs as chairs being stacked mountain high. It was 2 inches of chairs, dude. It's not mountain high. It's not ECW with with the fans throwing thousands of chairs in the ring. It's like 4 chairs. But yeah, power bomb on the chairs, and then we got a awesome suplex through the table. That thing looked awesome, man.
It did.
I loved it.
Yeah, it did. And then we got a head through cinder blocks.
Yep.
And if you didn't realize those were foam cinder blocks,
what?
They were. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize you thought Jean-Claude Van Damme was in this show.
You just ruined wrestling for me, man. What are you doing?
You know what? I don't care if there were foam blocks. It looked fucking great. It was awesome.
Storytelling, man. It's good stuff.
It was. It was good storytelling, and unfortunately, it looks like they might write Ambrose off for a while. Maybe he was injured. I don't know. Maybe he needs to take a little break.
He's filming the Lockdown movie.
Oh, that's right. He has a movie deal.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think I don't want to go from being so positive about the last couple shows to just being completely negative, but I think Night of Champions is probably going to suck because we're going to get Rusev against Mark Henry most likely. I'm not looking forward to that. We might get Brie Bella against Nikki Bella. I'm not looking forward to that. We're going to get Paige against somebody else. I'm not looking forward to that. And then we're going to get the Usos against the Dust Brothers probably. That's going to be all right. We're going to get Brock Lesnar and John Cena. I'm fine with that. And then, no Ambrose. So I don't know. They're going to do Seth. I don't know. Seth Rollins. I don't know what he's going to do. I'm guessing they're probably going to do like Kane and Orton or something against Roman Reigns or something.
I could see Rollins and Orton happening.
Well, they're on the.
But they've been sort of teasing the problem between them in the past few weeks, so I could see it happening.
Who would be the face in that?
Randy, unfortunately.
Think so?
And I can't stand him when he comes out smiling and I can't stand him as a heel either. So
Yeah, that's
whatever.
those guys that I can't point out what I don't like about him, but I don't know, dude. I can't get into Randy Orton ever, and he's so good in the ring, man. He knows how to work. It's just I don't know, man. I'm just not into the guy, and unfortunately,
Yeah.
I really can't say why. It's just I don't know, man. I can't get invested in his character. He's just so boring.
Well, that's what it is. You actually just answered it. He's not the kind of character you want to get vested in. What would you invest? What is his gimmick? He's a douchebag.
He's a viper.
Oh, he's a snake. Oh, he's a douchebag snake.
Yep, that's what he is. Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry. All these years, I thought he was just a douchebag, which I can literally walk out my door and see 5,000 of them in a day.
Yep. Vintage.
I don't need to see it on TV.
Oh man, vintage Orton, man.
Yeah, I guess so.
Does he still say that every week?
Oh, Cole said it last night, like 4 or 5 times.
Jesus Christ.
They make a joke of it now.
Good, man. It is a joke. It's it's like the Demon Kane thing, just same thing over and over again. Demon Kane, how is he a demon? Come on, dude. He's wearing a fucking suit this week, and then next week you're gonna try to get me to believe this guy is Demon Kane again.
Yeah,
man, I don't know, man. Kane, Big Show, Chris Jericho, Mark Henry. Get rid of these fucking guys, man. I don't want to see. And I used to be fans of all of them, man. I'm tired. I don't want to see these guys anymore, dude. John Cena, let him go. I would say let Orton go, which I know they're not going to do because he's young. He's still got years to go. He's making the money. I know they're not going to let him go, but these are a couple guys I would not mind if they just left and retired.
Yeah, they really could just use a whole new crop right now, but it's not going to happen. They're going to slowly force them in. I don't know how they're going to do it, but yeah. And I guess that was Raw, wasn't it?
That was Raw. That was a really good Raw, though. Really good SummerSlam.
Yeah, 2 good nights of WWE in a row, and I think we need to take one more break because this beer is starting to go through me.
All right.
So
5-minute break. We'll come back with a total non-stop action.
Yeah, that's right. We'll see you in 5.
Bang. You got the results.
All right. One more time, we are back. What was that?
Got the results for Spike over here. Spike TV's fucking TNA Impact.
Oh, yeah. TNA Impact. I almost forgot. Okay, got it right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday night TNA Impact now. Just in case you didn't know.
Very abruptly. They just did that out of nowhere, man.
Yeah. Do you think it has something to do with SmackDown? Possibly.
I think that's part of it. I think maybe this year they don't want to compete with NFL, which I can't blame them for that. They shouldn't. NFL was killing them last year. Will this make a difference in their ratings? I have no clue.
Oh, it's going to make a difference because a lot of people are not going to know that they moved to Wednesday.
Well, I mean, if you look at the TNA fan base, they follow them wherever they go. I mean, it's pretty much the same million people. They'll know.
10 years.
Now, but I think they're going to replay it this Thursday.
Think so?
I think they will, because if I'm not mistaken, they haven't mentioned anything in its place. So they might be just replaying it this Thursday just for the people that don't know, which would be a very smart idea.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they actually do it.
Well, I guess let's get into some TNA news before we get into Impact, because got some things that have happened here. And one of them is Davey Richards breaking his leg. It's very sad news. Big fan of this guy.
Yeah, they're saying he's only going to be out like 4 to 6 weeks, though, so it wasn't a complete break, which is good.
Yeah, that's good.
So, 4 to 6 weeks, they've got enough TV tape to where they could probably work around this.
Yeah.
Maybe
Don't drop the titles.
I don't. They might not. I mean, if it's only 4 to 6 weeks, it might not be worth it. They might be able to do something with them.
I mean, they probably have enough tapings for the next 6 weeks, if they're still on in 6 weeks.
Well, here's the thing. If you watch the show, they announced more tapings for the week after they're supposed to go off the air.
Yeah, Bethlehem.
Exactly. So odd, but they're either expecting to sign, or they're either expecting to sign with Spike, or maybe they do have another TV in mind. I don't know.
Yeah, I hope they stick around, man. I've certainly been enjoying TNA recently, so.
It would certainly suck to only have WWE to talk about.
Yeah, we're going to have to start doing like NXT and ROH or something. I don't know. But,
NXT, yay.
Oh, man, believe me, when Kevin Steen and, Kenta and once they come in, it'll get better.
Okay, I hope so. We'll see.
I guess, yeah, we will see. They could completely ruin it, but I don't know. I hope they don't drop the ball.
I hope so too.
Steven, he he does that cannonball. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Corner. And Dean Ambrose, he was doing that for a while, and I guess WWE told him to stop doing it because they want that to be Kevin Steen's one of his movesets. So I don't know. I guess they're kind of taking him serious. They have to be investing in him to take a move from Ambrose.
I hope they do, man. They need to take him. They should. I really do. So I don't know. I guess we'll see what's going on, but yeah. Well, I think so. I think they need to take him seriously. It's about time.
I guess the biggest news of the week as far as TNA is concerned is Bully Ray departing from TNA.
Yeah, I mean, his contract's not up until a little while, but he had a meeting with looks like he had a meeting with the locker room and basically told him he was done.
Yeah,
basically
weird.
Yeah,
really, really weird. Because usually, at least Meltzer and all these other guys, they usually keep up with these contracts, and they usually start making rumors about shit like this. 6 months ahead. I don't know how anybody missed this. This is really odd. The fact that his contract was going to be up soon, and nobody really thought he was going to leave. I didn't know that he wasn't going to have a contract for much longer. So this was news to me. But yeah, it's very odd. I wonder if something happened that really just set him off, or he just wanted to depart from the company because it's going down, basically hitting rock bottom.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's so weird what they're going through right now with everything in. I mean, they've got TV tapings after they're supposed to be off the air. I don't know. I mean, it's just so freaking weird. But I don't know. I mean, they're still saying that Devon just signed a new deal.
Yeah.
So he's stuck there.
That is.
And I mean, they still got the Hall of Fame coming up. I can't see him not showing for that, but. I don't know, man. There's so.
It's weird.
I have no clue.
This is a weird one, and nothing is really. No details have really came out in the last couple of days about this. It's just he just pretty much said his goodbyes to the locker room, and that was it. And which is kind of weird because I guess he was a big part of the angle with Dixie and all that, and that's over with. But he was doing a set of matches with the Hardys and the Wolves, and I don't know what they're doing.
I have no clue, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, I'm with you, man. I have no clue what's going on. But I hope they work a deal out with him because he is a huge part of that company. I like Bully Ray. He's one of the best. I mean, he's their top babyface, and before he was their top heel.
Dude, he can never be one of the top baby faces. He is a great heel. He is absolutely terrible as a face. He's an asshole in person, man. I mean, the guy says it himself. It's like pretty much like CM Punk. Like he's not really a good face. He's more of a heel because he's not a people's person. He's not. He doesn't like high fiving the fans when he comes out. I mean, Bully Ray comes off so fake when he's a face, but as a heel, man, this guy is tremendous. But it is what it is, man. I don't really see this guy going to WWE anytime soon. I don't know what he's doing, man. I'm not sure if he's going to walk away for a little while. Maybe we'll see him at. I'm sure I'll probably see him at House of Hardcore, November 15th. Which, anybody from around the area that's going to be going to that show, if you guys want to help me out promote the show a little bit, I'm going to have a bunch of cards and advertisements and things of that nature to pass around. So, any hands are welcome to help us out. Greatly appreciated. But yeah, I don't know what he's going to do, man. I don't see him going to Japan. I don't see him going to Mexico. He's not doing that. But I don't know. I guess time will tell.
That House of Hardcore thing. This could all be a work.
It could be.
This could. Now that I'm thinking about it,
it could be because the last House of Hardcore, he didn't show up, and the whole angle was Dixie pulled him off, and that was an angle. Which I thought that was really shitty of Dreamer to do, really, because a lot of people paid. Not me personally, because I'm not really that big on. I don't like calling him Bully Ray. I'm gonna refer to him as Bubba. I'm used to Bubba Ray, but I'm not a big Bubba Ray fan. I mean, when the Dudleys were around, yeah, of course, but as a single act, especially in TNA, it's whatever, really. So I didn't really buy the ticket for him. I just wanted to see the show, but I'm sure a lot of people probably came in to see the Dudleys, and he no-showed as part of an angle. So I thought that was kind of shitty to just kind of burn people and out of money and just for an angle for TNA. But that's just my personal opinion. It was a great show regardless. So big shout out to House of Hardcore, even though I just kind of shitted on you guys a little bit. Hey man,
yeah.
I can't. I don't have a muzzle, man. I got to speak your mind. I think that's what people enjoy anyway. So it is what it is.
Yeah. There you go.
Something I found that you're gonna get a kick out of this one. I think everybody's gonna get a kick out of this one. During the break, I went on TNA's site just to see kind of what's going on, and I went to check out the plaque again of Dixie Carter's table piece. And yeah, the one that's all up there for $199.99. Yep, $200 for a piece of the table. And if anybody is listening, please go ahead and check this out because this is hilarious. I don't know why, I don't know how, but there's a typo on this damn plaque that they're selling for $200, and it's not a small typo. It has the location of when the spot happened, and it says the Manhattan Ballroom. The Manhattan Ballroom. No, it's the Manhattan Center, you idiots. You guys have been doing shows there for the last fucking 4 months, and you're selling this for $200, and a typo. You don't even know where you're doing shows at. It's Manhattan. It's not the Manhattan Ballroom. Do this, man. How? I don't get it.
Well,
check this.
That's priceless. Hold on, I'm trying. That's priceless. Hold on.
Checks this before this goes out, man. This is. Yeah, that's TNA for you. That is
amazing.
That is TNA for you.
That is horrible.
That is horrible. That is a typical type.
They'll be blowing these out for like nothing.
They better put them on sale for fucking like $9.99. I'd still prefer to get the network for $9.99. Cheap plug for the WWE. You're welcome once again for the 10th time.
It does say the Grand Ballroom, Manhattan Ballroom.
Yep. It's supposed to say, dude, how do they do? I don't get it, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The Manhattan Ballroom.
Yeah, I got it. I got it highlighted right here.
God.
Impact Wrestling, the Grand Ballroom, Manhattan Ballroom, New York, New York.
Can you take a screenshot of that and put it on the Facebook page?
I can do it when I get home. I can't do it from this computer.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do it on a Mac. I got to figure it out. I still don't know how to.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it when I get back, and I'll. Did you read about that, or did you notice it?
No, I noticed it. I just noticed it during the break when I was just going on their site. And I looked at the picture.
Awesome.
And, I was like, yeah, this kind of looks odd because it's two ballrooms right after each other. I was like, that doesn't sound right. And then we got the Manhattan Center. And
maybe someone would be in a funny man and thought, well, since it says New York, New York, it should say ballroom, ballroom.
Yeah. That's it's so stupid. I don't
understand. That's what I'm thinking. That's the only thing I could think of.
There's no excuse for this one, man. That's pure stupidity. But I guess we should go on.
Wait a minute. Technically, according to Ultimate Beef in the chat room, technically it is called the Manhattan Center Grand Ballroom.
Yeah, but dude, you know this is a typo, man. Nobody calls it that.
Yeah,
nobody knows
that is funny.
The Manhattan Center. It's been referred to as the Manhattan Center every time anybody does wrestling shows there.
Yeah, I'm looking at Ticketmaster. It actually is called the Manhattan Center Grand Ballroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at Ticketmaster right now, which was a link he posted. Huh. Look at that. Corrected again. Damn, we're idiots. Anyway, that's why we do this.
I still think they didn't mean to do that, man.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it at all. I mean, unless they... I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's still pretty funny.
I still think it's a typo. TNA would do this, man. They've done this. They've done stuff like this all the time. They have the worst editors possible. If you read anything on TNA's website, you're gonna find grammatical errors every other sentence. And yeah, TNA for you. I guess we should go into Impact. It's getting kind of late, but Impact Wrestling.
Impact. Yeah. Let's see here. Started out, you want to get the right where it starts out? It started out with Bully Ray, doesn't it?
Yeah, it starts with the Hardys and the Dudleys.
Yeah.
Basically, just reminiscing on their WWE days, which, whatever. I could have done without this. I think, it should have been much shorter. They kind of just stretched it out to like 15 minutes of WWE talk. Which, I always say I'm not a fan of TNA kind of, mentioning WWE or ECW. I don't know.
I got it. I get it. They really, why hide it? Everyone knows you were there. Most of the fans are crossover fans, whether anyone wants to admit it or not. Most of the people that watch TNA are hardcore wrestling fans and watch both.
I'm sure they all do. There's no way. Do you think there's that one person that only watches TNA?
I know actually a few people that are in IYH that only watch TNA, that do not watch WWE. I do know a couple people.
In reality, though, do you think they actually only watch TNA, or are they just saying that? I'm that hard to believe, man. I mean, come on, dude. How can you... I don't know.
There's got to be people, bro. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've met people that do just, I don't know. But I know there's a few people that we have talked to regularly that watch strictly TNA, do not like WWE. I mean, it's up to them. I mean, it's totally subjective, but I if it's on my TV, I'm going to watch it. I mean, I used to get OVW on my TV, and God, that was shit, but I watched it.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm sure they get WWE on their TV if they get TNA, so.
Yeah, they just choose not to watch it. But I do know one person that He's always talking to us that is only watches TNA, and every now and then he'll come in for a WWE pay-per-view in the chat room and talk, but that's very rare.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure there's people that strictly are TNA fans, but I don't know any of them.
I don't either. That's why, man.
I'm pretty sure they're out there. I mean, there's people that are a fan of everything out there. I mean, look, you know what? Look at reality TV, and you can find a fan for anything.
That is true.
Yeah.
We got the first match, Tigre Uno against Crazy Steve, against Zima Ion, against Homicide versus Low Key. And, yeah, this was a pretty good match. Basically, it boiled down to Homicide against Low Key, which is basically the two guys that, I wanted to see in the match. And, yeah, they can go, man. I mean, they're great friends. They came up in the business together, so obviously they know how to work with each other. And, yeah, great chemistry. I think they can put on a hell of a show, Give these guys a feud, let them run with it for a couple months.
Yes, I agree, and I'm totally 100%. That is the exact two I would have brought it down to myself. I do have to admit, I wonder, the crowd seemed a bit dead for this match, as good as it was, in my opinion. And I was wondering, was this the same crowd that was sitting there for the Dixie segment and then had to go into this?
Probably. I wouldn't be.
That would kill a fucking crowd right there, seeing that Dixie segment and then going into something like this. I don't know. I'm just saying. I noticed. Like I said, I watch with headphones on.
Yeah.
The crowd was not very into this match.
I mean,
and they should have been, because in my opinion, it was a badass match.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is possible because obviously every show they have two tapings, so.
Yeah, and my only thought, or at least one and a half, my only thought is that maybe this crowd just saw Dixie go through a table and is a little blah.
But do you think they'd really be that stupid to put Dixie through the table in the middle of? I mean, come on, dude, are you kidding me? Wow.
No, I'm not kidding, and yes, I think they would be that stupid.
No common sense then. I mean, end the show that way. I don't know, man. Where do you go from that?
I don't know, but yeah, I could see him doing it.
I mean, that segment got a really bad rating from what I heard. So
the Dixie segment?
Yeah, so I guess a lot of people really weren't interested in that. Because me personally, I missed it, but that was by accident. But I don't know. I was surprised that that was one of the lowest points of the show as far as ratings.
A lot of people were given the whole, "Oh, you shouldn't be watching this. It's violence on women, and this just happened, blah blah." And Mark Madden wrote a whole fucking article about it. I've listened to two podcasts who thought it was sort of overstepping a little bit. Me, awesome.
I don't understand, dude. It's not like it's not against her will. This isn't like domestic violence. This is staged, dude. This is scripted. If you didn't know this is
exactly. She would have to agree to do this.
Dude, it's her company. It's probably her idea.
Probably.
It is what it is. If she's okay with it, if everybody that's involved in the segment or angle is okay with it, why the hell do you care?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
But hey, man, I mean, we didn't really speak about this, but when she went through that table a couple weeks ago, man, that looked brutal. Because Bully Ray, he pretty much went through the table, and she just missed the whole table. She landed right on her back.
Yeah, she did. Bully Ray usually keeps his legs in for the move, and he hit wide. Her head bounced. I saw it. It looked a little whiplashy. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, you know what? If she got hurt, she got hurt. I mean, like I said, she had to agree to do this. But It wasn't bad, but
Yeah, but he missed the whole table. He went through the table, and she just completely. She didn't even hit an inch of that table.
no, she hit Matt.
Yeah, she hit the mat hard.
Or the canvas, not even the mat. She hit the ring.
Yeah.
She hit. I don't know. I mean, they were saying how she had broken this and a vertebrae had blah blah but I don't know. I don't know if it's a work or if it's real or if she really did hurt herself. But I don't know. I thought it was awesome, and if you didn't like it, you didn't like it. If you did, good for you. You're not a complete pussified American.
There you go.
That's just my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get mad at me for it. But yeah, I thought it was an awesome match. I was actually happy as fuck. Low Key won.
Yeah, I'm like him, man. Low Key he's one of those guys that's different that you're not going to get very often. He's just different, man. He has his own style. He incorporates the martial arts into it. He's just different. He was in Japan for a while. He was tag teaming with a Great Muta, for God's sake. This guy got Great Muta's co-sign, so he's good, man. He's good in my book, and I'd like to see him stick around in TNA if TNA is sticking around.
Yeah, I would like to see him definitely get a chance at being on national TV. I mean, whether it's TNA or WWE fucked him up. They told him they had nothing for him. I mean, come on. How can you not find something for this fucking guy? So, I don't know. I hope TNA stays on TV, and I hope they pick this guy up as a permanent.
Next, we got EC3 and Rhino and the little man coming out. And
I loved this.
Yeah, this
I love this.
This was
awesome. Did you watch the whole show?
Yes.
Did you see him pan directly to the little kid who couldn't have been more than 10 years old, yelling, "You suck balls"?
No, I didn't see this. I did not.
Dude, I rewound it. I rewound it to watch this kid.
I have to watch this.
It was fucking awesome. Right during EC3's promo, this little kid just yells, "You suck balls."
He's awesome though, man. I love EC3. I
do too.
I absolutely hated him when he first debuted, and this doesn't happen very often with me. I thought he was going to be one of those cookie cutter, just John Cena type of guys, but man, this guy is good. This guy, they were a couple weeks ago. They were chanting, "You can't wrestle." He would come in the middle and say, "Yes, I can. I wrestle great." Like just little stuff like that, man. He knows how to pan. He's not pandering to the crowd like John Cena. He knows how to work the crowd. It's the good stuff that you see in a wrestler like that, man. And I love this segment. I thought it was good for a comedy segment. They all got arrested because Kurt Angle told New York's finest. I'm praying to God these weren't real police officers, because my God, these guys did not look intimidating.
That one guy had a tie that wouldn't even go down his whole shirt. He looked like... Dude, honestly, they should have had fucking Sipowicz come down there. Fucking from NYPD Blue. Yeah, that fat cop was horrible. But I'll tell you what, the crowd woke up for this match. For this segment, sorry. So...
I thought it was great. I
loved it. I loved it. I think EC3 is TNA's Miz plus, because I think he's got more talent than the Miz. But I definitely think you could compare him to Miz.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I think if you're going to say who EC3 is, TNA's Miz.
Yeah, absolutely. But hey, man, this whole show was great. I thought. I mean, TNA last couple weeks have been great. I mean, this is a great week in wrestling for us. TNA was good. SummerSlam was good. Raw was good. I can't complain, dude.
Oh, I'm so fucking worried for the rest of the week, man.
But answer me this, man. Why is Rhino coming out in flip flops? Did you notice that?
Rhino probably has by this time what they call DGF. It's called Don't Give a Fuck.
Yeah.
I got a feeling Rhino don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, just walks in with flip flops. Hey, where's the locker room? I'll need it. I'll just walk out just like this.
Fuck it, man. I'm getting arrested. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. Dude, it's just, I don't know, man. I'm not used to seeing Rhino in flip-flops.
I noticed that too, and I was like, well, obviously the Rhino ain't getting involved in nothing tonight.
It looked like he was going to the beach, man. I don't know.
Maybe he was. Hey, they're in Orlando. Oh, no, they were in New York. Sorry.
Yeah, they could be going to Atlantic City.
There you go.
Yeah. But what do we
driving down to Boston after the show.
There you go, man.
So, I think next we had the... Hold on, because... Oh, the Anderson Gunner.
Oh, dude, I don't even want to talk about this shit, man. Anderson sucks.
Then really quickly, I'll talk about it.
You're really, more going to talk about it. I don't care for either one.
Really quick. I like Anderson. I like Gunner. This Sam Shaw thing is completely ruining everything. If you didn't notice, the crowd chanted for Cena, Rusev.
What?
Wait a minute. They were doing Adam Rose's theme song. Did you not notice this?
I noticed the Adam Rose's theme song, not Cena.
Yes.
Rusev.
They also chanted for John Cena. They also chanted for Rusev. They also sang Adam Rose's theme song. I wrote this down because I was like, are you fucking kidding me? This is how bad they hate this match. This match is shit. I love the two. I love the guys that are in it. I like Anderson, like Gunner. Sam Shaw is tearing. You know what? They should have continued the storyline with his MILF mom because it was at least interesting.
Yeah, Sam Shaw. I don't know, man.
Anderson should have banged that mom.
Probably should have, man.
And that would have been interesting storyline. This, I'm sorry, stinks on ice. On ice!
Gunner is great, man. I mean, I shouldn't say great, but he's got potential. He's got the looks for it. He's not bad in the ring, but, you know, Mr. Anderson, whatever the hell they call him, Kennedy, I don't know, whatever. I've never been big on that guy, man. He's kind of boring to me. And, yeah, Sam Shaw, boo. Yeah, whatever to me. I don't care for this segment.
Yeah, they really need to get Sam Shaw out of these guys' way, and either put them together or split them. I know there's going to be a match between them coming up soon, but I don't really. Sam Shaw makes me not give a fuck about either one of these two. So let's go back to Anderson banging Sam Shaw's Christy Hemme looking mom.
Or just Christy.
What?
I said, or just Christy Hemme.
Oh, Chrissy's married. I'm not going to do that to her.
Is she?
Well, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, because she got all pissed off when Aries put his junk in her face.
Oh, yeah.
Which I loved. I loved it. I thought it was fucking awesome. What a heel move.
She botched it up, man.
She did. And you know what? If you were watching her, she was laughing when it was happening, so fuck all that shit she was telling in the media.
Yeah.
So, then we had another, then what happened? What happened? The Wolves versus Robbie E. and Jesse?
I believe so.
Yeah, and dude, fucking bromans, I love those guys.
I don't mind.
I do. I think they are the most entertaining. They are funny. They're awesome. I don't know. They are my guilty pleasure, but again, I like Jersey Shore too, so don't judge me, motherfuckers.
Don't embarrass yourself, man.
Don't judge me, fuckers. I like Jersey Shore. Leave me alone. Listen, I thought Jersey Shore was a comedy. By no means did I think it was a good show.
Yeah, it was a comedy.
It was a comedy. It was totally funny. And just to see what they were going to do the next week, to top what they did, always got my interest. So, whatever.
I watched probably most of the episodes. Not religiously, but I probably caught most of the episodes on TV. I thought it was entertaining. It wasn't. I mean, it got old after a while. After like the fourth season, or I don't know. God knows how many they had. But
6. They actually stopped after the 6 seasons.
Well, thank God.
Yeah, it got old after they were in Italy. But let's not go on Jersey Shore very much. We don't need to talk about that. But
how many listeners did we just lose by talking about Jersey Shore?
Probably all of them except Beef. Ultimate Beef is hanging on. Attaboy. So, all right, we'll go through that. But I just had to say, goddamn, the Wolves won that match. But I like them too. But I really like fucking Robbie and Jesse. So
yeah.
And then we get this Abyss thing.
I'm excited about this match, man. This match at the, what is it, Hardcore Justice?
Yeah.
Coming up next week. I think it's going to be good. I believe I read the spoilers a couple weeks ago, so I'm not going to spoil it for everybody. But I think it was a really brutal match. So from what they say, and the last couple matches they've had, I mean, Bram, he's not afraid to take a couple thumbtacks to the back and a couple barbed wire shots. So it should be exciting. We're going to see some color, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of weird how WWE is taking or TNA is taking some of these former WWE guys and really turning them into something interesting. I just thought I'd mention that.
Yeah.
I mean, EC3, this guy, I mean, I didn't know where he came from. I had no clue he was Ric Flair's son-in-law. I didn't know he was married to Charlotte. But now I do, and I mean, they really... I'm interested in this guy.
Yeah, I think he's awesome, man. He has that crazy look also. You know how like Dean Ambrose has that crazy eye? He has kind of the same thing going on, which helps.
Yeah. And they're gonna, and it looks like they're gonna have a Janice hanging ladder match.
That's another Vince Russo idea right there.
These were taped. I got a feeling Russo was still involved, and yeah, awesome. Yeah, I'll be interested to watch it, but yeah, it is what it is. I don't know what to say after that.
Actually, speaking of Bram, I'm on his Wikipedia right now, and it says that in 2011 he was actually part of the original Ascension. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. I can see him being part of the Ascension. That's
not Conor O'Brien, but the other guy was him.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he was. That I remembered him from, but I did not know. Again, I said it last week. I had no clue he was married to Ric Flair's daughter. But you learn something new every day.
He's good though, man. I really like that guy. I think he can be one of those guys that TNA really, if they capitalize on that guy, man, they can make him a champion. I can see that guy being a champion.
Yeah, I mean, every now and then when him and Magnus come down to the ring, I think they might kiss, but yeah, otherwise, yeah, pretty good.
Ah, man, fuck Magnus, man. That guy sucks.
Yeah, he didn't do nothing, so we don't have to get into him.
Yeah, that's just because you're a fan of him. You don't want me to bash that guy, man. That guy sucks, dude.
Yeah, I'm still disappointed at the way that TNA booked him. They really made him look like shit. I thought he really was ready for that fucking title, man. He was, and they were having so many contract issues that it went second to him, and they were trying to make people look good, so they would try to maybe get him back, and I don't know, man. I hope he eventually gets another shot at it, and they do give him a good push, but we'll see. I didn't want to get into that, but I did.
Do you remember his interview with, I believe it was like a UK magazine a couple months ago, and he was talking about his TNA run with the belt, and he was saying that he basically elevated TNA, and he had an impact on the ratings, and they really went up, and merchandise and all bullshit, man. I don't know. That made me dislike him even more. Just lying about that, man. That guy did not do anything for TNA, man. His title run, but it's pretty much their own fault, like you said. I mean, they booked him like an idiot. But yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, look what they did with AJ Styles.
Exactly. That match right there would have killed any champion anywhere. It was just horrible. It was stupid. It was the dumbest booking I've ever fucking seen. I mean, whoever booked it should have been fired, and maybe they were. I don't know, but
Russo.
You know what? I don't even think he would have booked that.
Oh.
I'm gonna give him a little bit of credit and say I don't even think he would have booked that like that. I really don't.
I see Vince Russo all in that, man. Vince Russo loves getting like 30 people involved in segments. Do you remember the New Blood against WCW? Every segment would have like 40 wrestlers coming out to the ring. I guess you got a point. Yeah, it looked like a battle royal every match.
You got a point there. I'll bow down to that one.
Russo for you, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
He's working in the WWE and TNA at the same time.
Fucking Russo, he must be banking money, man. He's just knocking that shit out.
Yes, man. We're getting lumberjack matches left and right. You know, fucking Janice on a pole on top of a ladder on top of a cage match. It's just great stuff.
Go get him, Russo. Go get him.
Yeah, that a boy.
Yeah.
Next. Is it the main?
Next.
No, where's Abyss thing?
Actually, we can go past the Abyss thing. We already say what the stipulation was. We're at the low-key Tigre Uno, Crazy Steve, Homicide, and DJ Ion versus Manic.
Well, we talked about that, didn't we?
No. The Exhibition Scramble? No, not yet. We talked about Low-Key, because Low-Key was out for that one segment.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Wait a minute.
Oh, we talked about it in the beginning. Yeah, because I thought I brought that up as the first thing.
Oh yeah. You're right. You're right. We skipped over and talked about Loki. You're right. Sorry. I guess we do. You're right. We get into the Dudleys and the Hardys.
Yeah, I thought.
Oh, wait a minute. We missed the Knockouts match.
I give a shit. I don't.
The only thing I thought was funny about the Knockouts match is the crowd was chanting "Better than Divas."
Did they? I haven't watched it, so.
I got the headphones on, man. I'm watching with the headphones on. So, all right, there was that. Now, after that, though, James Storm did a promo with Sonata.
Oh, in the woods.
This was the exact same barn that Willow and EC3 and Spud did the segment in, I think.
That was so silly. Just hunting down Willow in the woods. That was
this was just as ridiculous to me, but I saw a lot of people on Facebook comparing Storm to Bray Wyatt. I don't see it one bit. Not one bit. First of all, he's speaking something I can understand. He's not speaking in tongues and talking in weird phrases. And it just, I see no comparison, but I saw a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's Bray Wyatt. It's just Bray Wyatt." I don't see it. What do you think?
I mean, I can kind of see it. I wouldn't really say it's like a ripoff of it or anything like that. I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, both of them are. I guess the only similarity that I would really say it's obvious is just the fact that both of them are kind of influential on other guys, and they can kind of convince them to. They're almost like cult leaders. I mean, Bray Wyatt. I mean, he's definitely a cult leader, but I wouldn't go as far as saying James Storm is a cult leader since he's only got one person under him. But it's a little bit similar. They're both kind of like leaders. They have these guys under them that they're basically they're soldiers. I don't know.
Yeah, but Storm's got a little Japanese guy, and Bray Wyatt has two guys who will do anything they say, and I've never seen Bray Wyatt hang their guys from their hands and beat them.
Yeah.
You?
No.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah. It's a weird comparison. I don't.
I think it's a stretch of a comparison.
Yeah. Definitely.
in my opinion. But I had that as a note, so I wanted to get it out there.
I like this James Storm. I don't really get why Sonata would let him do this to him. If they kind of explain that a bit, maybe I'd be more invested into it. But I like this James Storm. It's a little bit darker. I've never really been a fan of James Storm ever since he went as a single act. So it's just kind of refreshing for me.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's been doing it for a while now. I mean, that's another. I mean, but yeah, I like it too. But
Oh, sorry about the damn luck. That's old, man. I don't. That's stupid.
yeah, it can only go for so long, and it went long enough. So,
Oh, it did.
but yeah, but then we get to the after I threw that in, we do get into the main event, which I loved.
Yep, absolutely. No tables, no ladders, no chairs. Still great. And I loved how the Dudleys came out with their old outfit. I thought that was awesome. Bully kind of looks weird in that outfit since he's so much skinnier now. He kind of looks silly, but yeah, so I got a chuckle out of that. But yeah, I loved it, man. I thought it was a great match for them being much older. They still carry themselves pretty well in the ring.
Yeah, both teams got a huge pop, and I saw a lot of people on Facebook. I couldn't care less to see the Dudleys Hardys 2014. You know what? Go fuck yourselves. You're the same people that are bitching for the Attitude Era to come back, and that WWE is too fucking PG.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, let's go watch Sheamus and Orton for the fucking 100th time and say how great it is.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I saw a lot of people bitching about it. Who wouldn't want to see this? It's been years since these guys have been in the ring together. I loved it. I thought it was a great nostalgia match. They fucking looked good. They put on a fucking hell of a match. I thought it was great.
Yeah, the people that are complaining about that are most likely Cena fans.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so I wouldn't shed any light on that subject. Just fuck them.
Well, I did.
You know,
the crowd was totally into this match, though.
Yeah, because it was a good match. It's something that people wanted to see again. I mean, we haven't seen this for about 10 years. It's something different. I get
fun.
it. Yeah, I get it. TNA's bringing all the old I don't care, dude. As long as it's entertaining, I don't care.
Exactly, and that's my thought too. It was entertaining. It was a good match. I fucking loved it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're building something between them two at Bound for Glory, which I hope, because they haven't mentioned shit about Bound for Glory.
Yeah, apparently not, dude. Bully Ray's leaving.
I don't know, but who knows? Is he?
I don't know. Again, like you said, it could be an angle. I don't. Who knows?
Yeah, it could be. I don't know, but I don't know. I mean, there's I don't know. There's a lot of shit going on. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what fucking time will tell, I guess.
Yeah, who knows, dude?
Yeah, I agree. So I guess we'll find out what happens.
Yeah, and see right here, Y2J faced off against Bray Wyatt in a dark match on Raw, and he went over Bray Wyatt. So I guess they're probably going to continue this, I guess.
I figured they'd continue that feud.
Yeah, it's...
Just by the promos last night, you had to figure the feud was going to fucking continue.
Oh, this is great news right here. You're not going to believe this. Breaking news, folks. Fernando of Los Matadores has wrestled his first match since June on tonight's main event. In case you want to go ahead and watch that, you can watch it for $9.99. Watch Fernando make his comeback to the ring. Wow. Great.
That's awesome.
Awesome. I'm so excited about that. That is absolutely phenomenal news right here. So we got the Los Matadores back. I guess that's a new tag team that we can look forward to watching against the Usos, or God knows against who. Oh, man, I couldn't care less about that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I'm looking at a funny meme here. A meme of... Oh, this is funny. It's the Count watching, looking at the suplexes going, 16 suplexes.
16 suplex. That was a lot, dude. That was brutal watching that.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm ecstatic about Fernando. I'm bouncing out of my chair.
And I'm
Can you hear it?
here.
Can you hear it moving?
Oh yeah, I can see you being excited, man. Extremely excited. How can you not be for Los Matadores? It's awesome.
Yeah.
Great gimmick, original, very original.
Mm, mm, mm.
You know? Great stuff, man. We asked for the fans asking for the WWE Attitude Era. There you go, man. Los Matadores. That's what
Yeah. You know what, ADR? Maybe you're right about that racism thing.
he is right, man.
You know what? ADR's got a few good, but he has some very valid points.
Look at every Latino wrestler that comes out. They come out with the most stereotypical gimmick possible.
Yeah, they're either rich or, like Camacho coming out on the back of a bike,
Or cutting grass like the Mexicools were.
or Latino heat.
Yeah. Steel
Yeah.
and whatever. Anyway, right here it says WWE Network has been a huge success in Canada, and it really I guess it really exceeded the expectations that they had.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yep.
Because I have another one that said there were woes in Canada. First of all, they're on Rogers. Rogers only goes to 200,000 homes, which is a third of Canada.
Yeah.
When they first got it, nothing was labeled, and they had only 39 hours of programming,
Yeah.
and it's $11.99.
Yeah.
So all these $9.99 things, the Canadians are just shaking their head.
Yeah, right now. Right here it says the WWE Network launch with the Rogers Communications in Canada has been a success so far, exceeding expectations that WWE officials had. While some fans have expressed frustrations with the WWE NetPack Rogers offers, people are still signing up. There's some concern that the $11.99, not $9.99, price point and the limited on-demand content may be a problem for sales, but so far that's not the case. And this is posted about half hour ago. So I don't know.
Okay. And that was by who?
NoDQ.com. And actually, hold on. They may have just copied it from somebody else. Let me see if they probably just stole it from somebody else. Yeah, they got it from Meltzer. Everybody gets it from the Meltzer, man. This guy everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know. Just a couple of days ago, I heard that's not very good, but they're working on it. So I don't know. Maybe it's gotten better in the past few days. I mean, it's been a few days, so it's definitely possible it's changed.
Yeah.
And I heard the live stream wasn't working when they were first going on. They had to call their cable companies and try to get it working, and a lot of people got a week free because of it. So maybe everyone's signing up, but I guess if you complain, you get a week free.
Yeah. I hear that, man.
So I don't know, but damn, yeah, I had heard different. So hopefully they've changed it and they're doing much better.
I guess that's about it for the news. Anything else you want to talk about before we call it a night?
I don't think so, man. I think we should. We've been on for a while. We've talked Raw, SummerSlam. We've talked Impact. Is there anything left to talk about?
Talk news, Sting, NXT, everything. You name it.
That's it. And I say next week we'll do it again. Next week we'll start taking calls. I got the phone number secured.
All right.
So we can start taking phone calls through Skype, through the phone, and we can get some people going here to get some subjects going.
There you go. You can go ahead and join us on Facebook if you want to become a member. And yeah, also thank you for everybody that's been really active on our Facebook page. I mean, we got been getting a lot of traffic, some new members. We're almost at 200 members. Keep in mind, this is our first month doing this, so that's not bad, and definitely appreciate everybody's support. You can go ahead and go to facebook.com/groups/THT podcast. Go ahead and become a member and join the conversation. every Monday, Wednesday now for Impact, Sundays. Join the conversation. Always have some news up there. We'll have the updates up there. Soon we're going to do some giveaways. We're going to do some contests. Like he said, we're going to take some phone calls next week. But yeah, join us on Twitter. Also at the Hot Tag Podcast, you can send us emails with questions. You can either leave it on the Facebook or email us, and that's at the thtpodcast@gmail.com. Or you can go to the website at www.hottagpodcast.weebly.com. Any other plugs you'd like to plug in there?
I think you just got them all.
There we go. You can also go to my own website. It's professionallydesign.com. We got some cool wrestling artwork on there and stuff like that. And we're going to do some T-shirts. We're going to give away some T-shirts. And also, as far as this podcast, anybody in the New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia area that might be interested in going to the House of Hardcore November 15th. If you're going to be there and you're a fan of the podcast and you want to help us out, man, let me know. We'll get you some free T-shirts to wear to the show, and we'll get some cards so we can pass them out, get the word out there. If you know any wrestling fans on your friends list, go ahead and add them to the forum, add them to the Facebook page. It certainly helps us out. So hopefully soon enough we're going to be on iTunes so you can subscribe to us on there as well.
Yeah, hopefully that's a whole different subject, but thanks again to everybody who was in the chat room for a while tonight. I saw Beef in there. I saw President Clinton. My buddy Joe from Florida, who maybe next week I'll tell some stories. Joe used to be my strip bar buddy.
Oh, yeah.
We hung out for a couple of years every weekend at a strip bar. So maybe we'll tell some strip bar stories next week, too.
Why not? Wrestling's probably going to be boring next week, so why not?
Probably, and I saw Sandman in there. So thanks to you guys for stopping by, and I guess we'll go ahead and see you next week, unless you got anything else.
Yeah, speaking of Sandman, I thought you were just talking about the real Sandman. I thought you were saying that you saw him at the strip club. I was going to say, man, that's going to be a hell of a story.
That would have been a hell of a story, but trust me, me and Joe spent basically 2 years every Saturday in a strip club.
Sounds like
till closing.
Sounds like a great time.
Dude, you don't even know the things we've seen.
Believe me, I've seen enough myself.
You don't even know. When you're there that much, you see things you don't even want to see ever again.
Was this in Florida?
Yes, sir, it was. Pompano Beach, Florida. I'll even give a plug to the place. It was called the Booby Trap.
There you go, the Booby Trap in Florida. If you're up there, go check out some vag.
They're still up and running, full nude, right off Hammondville, baby. Martin Luther King Boulevard.
There you go.
So, all right, man. Then I guess we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for listening, and hope you guys listen to the archives, and we'll talk to you next week.
Yep. See you next week.